Hey, we're here. Thought I'd surprise y'all with some killer, some banger music. That's not true. That music is not banger. Oh, my game's still muted. I forgot to unmute that. How are people's days today? Mine was spent mostly at the hospital. I should put in a text blurb that says story time very quickly. There we go. So, I need to adjust my mic real quick. There we go. So, there's no like immediate life-threatening thing. It's nothing that serious. My grandmother has a history of having trouble swallowing things. Let me readjust some volume stuff. My grandma has some trouble swallowing stuff. Which doesn't help because right now she's in a lot of pain, so she has to take pain pills. And so, her sister died of this. Basically, she was unable to swallow stuff. And so she had a surgery like 2 years ago to help resolve this issue. But now she's having a hard time swallowing things and she doesn't want to go through that experience. So that's why she's been admitted into the hospital. She'll stay for the night. They'll do some tests on her. They might release her tomorrow. I mean, the best case scenario is they resolve the pain in her body. So that way she doesn't have to take a bajillion pills. That's the short version of what happened to Grandma. Then, well, we didn't start out at the hospital. We eventually got there. But essentially, the first 3 hours of the day is taking care of Grandma, and then she's like, you know what, maybe we should go to the hospital because she was up early because she has a bunch of pills to take and she struggled to take them. And so we left around, well, I was with her since 8 a.m. and then I finally left at like 7 p.m. ish. Or I got home at 7 p.m. So that was an all-day event. Scary and Sola, thank you guys so much. That means a lot. I'm probably going to live with her for a while, depending on what happens next. If tomorrow she's perfectly fine, then I probably won't have to. That's not 100% likely. So there's a very good chance that I'm going to live with her for a while, and that's fine. So if you see fewer videos from me or stuff like that, like why isn't Jimbo Blade making a bajillion videos that S rank Billy is out? It's because I'm basically the caretaker for my grandma. That's it. If that happens, that's not a confirmed thing. That's a very strong possibility. That's it.
I'm unstoppable.
Hello, Nikita. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Shinso.
I'm unstoppable.
Also, anyway, again, I have to reiterate this. I have not looked at any of the beta gameplay. I know it exists. I know where to find it. I haven't looked at it. As in, like, if I've seen it, it's because it comes into your timeline or a video pops up and then social media is like, oh, do you want us to play this video? It's like, not particularly. Why is you not dead? Cissia is going to save your account. That's humorous. I don't know if that's true. We're gonna have a fun discussion about Cissia. I have some fun stuff to say.
I'm unstoppable.
Like, I don't know if that's true. See, this is theoretically a pretty good disc, but then you realize it's for defenders, and so it doesn't really matter. That's the great thing about Bunny in Wonderland. It's like, oh, you could try to optimize your discs, and then you realize that it's being put onto a defender, and their damage doesn't matter. Like, their stats really don't matter, so you can kind of just put whatever on them. Because even with Zhao, like, people now have Zhao. It's like, oh, Zhao does a lot of damage off field, so you should try to optimize it. It's like, no, she doesn't really do that much damage. It doesn't matter.
No.
Here's a you're calling that slander. I'm just trying to be realistic. Or I guess the chat's doing slander. I'm being realistic. You're waiting for the bounty hunt? That's true. This is a pretty good disc for Promia whenever she comes out. Probably. I'm guessing. I haven't seen her gameplay. That's more of an apathy thing. I don't really care to see her gameplay. It's very likely I'm not pulling for her. I just don't think I can justify it. With I just don't have I guess it's a personal preference thing. I have been very fortunate in my pulls recently, and I know that can change. The last thing I want is to pull for Billy, and then the 3.0 roster looks really cool, and then I can't get them. Normally I go a bit longer at the intro just so people can join the video, realize something's going on. The problem is I don't know what else to do. I can actually do this really quickly. This Hollow Zero is actually really good if you're trying to get the reward stuff out of the way. It's incredibly powerful. Basically, if you own gear coins, your damage is multiplied by a bajillion. That's it. That's all you need to know. So all you do is farm gear coins, and you just vomit damage. It's hilarious. So for instance, I need to do this with one more thing with Yidhari, so I can do that really quickly. And I don't own Yidhari. So this is level 0, but if it's level 12, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I promise you. Where is Yidhari? Where is... I'll pick the generic squad. Oh, dial in. Where's the other generic? Come on. Where are you? Where are you? I have to find her now. No! Don't make me do this game. There she is. I could not find her. That's the other issue with S rank Billy. I'm gonna say it now. It's like, oh, what's the team for S rank Billy? I mean, it's the same team you've been using since 2.4. It hasn't changed. There's nothing different. It's the same team. It's Dialin Lucia. If you don't have Dialin, pick any random stunner. It doesn't matter. Pick Pan if you want. That's fine. You can do Pan Lucia. That's fine. If you don't have Lucia, pick Pan. If you don't have a stunner, I don't know what to tell you. You have to have a stunner on your account. Then we pick Hugo, because Hugo, we don't get enough, you don't get enough of those Rosonia in this thing to matter. But Hugo basically insta-kills most things, so that's fine. And I just need a basic one. I say as I'm reading over them, it doesn't really matter which one it is. We're gonna blow past all of this. Which one has the most gear coins? It's the right path. So the great thing about being in a hospital is that, like, it feels like you're, even though you aren't really doing anything, you feel exhausted because there's just a lot of like mental energy. You're expelling to like keep people entertained and happy and not completely depressed all the time. I've been thinking about becoming a nurse sometime. It's just, I don't know if I want to go back into school, like, for that specifically. It's something that's been on my mind recently.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'll face the enemy head on.
Oh, I should just restart this. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You just picked up Pan? Interesting. Interesting. Pan is actually much better now because he has a 4-piece set that he can use without really trying to use. Technically, Astral Voice is still better on him, but like, Astral Voice has to do with Quick Assist. So if you don't have another Quick Assist user on the team, then Astral Voice kind of falls off. I will tell you though, for those of you, from what I've read, again, I haven't seen any gameplay. Basically, right now, version 1 Billy was a. I'll start over. The beta happened. Version 1 Billy comes out. People are like, oh, people give some feedback. The next update, version 2 Billy is completely different. Like, he is fundamentally a different character. He plays differently. He has a different play style. So what you're seeing right now is you're watching me play Yidhari, and I want you to imagine that this is S-Rank Billy. Because now you might say, like, what the heck do you mean this is S-Rank Billy? The gameplay loop is pretty much the same. You do this, you do one simple string, and then you wait for the enemy to attack you, and then you press EX. That's from what I've heard. Again, I have not played it, I have not seen it. But from what I've heard right now, that is version 2 Billy, and the people who have played it have said it's not that fun. Just because there's not much to it. Hey, Ixie. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining again.
Let order and madness.
Again, I don't know anything about damage. Billy's numbers are very incomplete. And again, I haven't literally looked into any of that. I don't really care about the numbers until like 2 weeks after they come out of the second update, because that's when things actually get finalized and stuff. Ooh, I can ignore some enemy defense on my Yidhari. That's great. Isabel, I actually do like Monato's gameplay loop because his attacks are committal. As in, if you are doing basic, you can't immediately switch into doing his charge special, and so that asks you as a player to make meaningful decisions. Where, yes, Monato is a parry character like Yidhari, but Monato's parries take more time and effort to commit to. His options are much more committal, so sometimes there's some situations where you're better off using a dodge counter, because your dodge counter has a faster reaction time into your special.
Sweet dream begins.
Now, I'm not saying, oh, Monato's bad and that's why I like him. I am saying I enjoy the optimization of there's something that this character wants to do, but they aren't always able to do it. They have to commit to it. And I think one of the issues with a lot of the newer characters is that they don't have to commit to anything. They can always do their intended game plan and never have to worry about the consequences about it.
I can't believe there's a golden bamboo here. Did it get lost too?
Frozen abyss. Are you ready to dance?
Oh, great. Yidhari picked up the energy. Fantastic. So we are just cruising. Again, this is level 0, so it's not that much, but we are cruising through this. Because we have 16,000 coins, our bribe attack is increasing our damage by... I don't even want to do that math. 160 times 1.5. Our crit rate's 160 times 0.5. Our crit damage is 160 times 1.5. That's like what? 120? So it's 100... No. I can't do math. Our crit rate's 80. And then our damage is 80 times 3. So that's 240% damage, 240% crit damage for just going through the hollow. Oh my gosh, it's Typhon. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes, my friend? You are not coming back to Delis. You are not coming back into the game. I'm sorry.
Be gone.
Oh, why am I out of assist points? Hello?
To kneel before
How did that happen? I should not be out of assist points. That's crazy.
You were so good. Will I struggle? Rest in peace.
Oh, well, he died, so. This is why his executes are so good. None of these really matter. I'm just here for Yidhari stuff. Oh, fine. Lucia's story was peak? That's interesting. I don't have much to say about Lucia's story. I'm conflicted with her character overall. And not in like a, oh man, I hate this character sort of way. I wish the story for Lucia was better. And none of this matters. We're cruising through this. We're gonna go right and then left. We're farming coins. That's all you gotta do in this. This Hollow Zero is so good. You just farm coins. It's incredible.
Now, little cuties, crush them!
I am still bitter that... I shouldn't say bitter. I am upset that they did Lucia and Yidhari a disservice by basically not... They were never in the game. Like, if you played 1.0 to 2.2, and then you skipped the 2.3 story, Lucia and Yidhari are not characters that exist in the game. They just aren't. They do not exist. They don't show up anytime in 2.0. They don't show up in 2.1. They don't show up in 2.2. They are not relevant characters in 2.4. They're barely on screen in 2.5. And the reason Monato isn't like that is because Monato was around. Like, we knew he was a character since 2.0. We knew he was a character in 2.1. I don't think he had a prominent role in 2.2, but that's fine. That was Oval Squad. Why are you on the other side? They are technically semi-main characters in 2.3, but it's shared between like 3 different characters who are all like buying for screen time. When like I don't know if I'm gonna go into this now. I am making a video about all this stuff. So what's our coin at? Okay, we have 26,000 coins now. Our damage is now like 390% damage, 390% crit damage. We have more than 100% crit rate. It's insane. I pressed the wrong button, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We are going to barf on this character. We're going to barf out all our damage, and she won't be able to do anything.
As for the next stage is the ending. Don't worry, one thing will do. Easy peasy, right? Here we go. Got one for complaints. You will rest amidst the ice. Lights alternate. Oh, my turn then.
Let order and madness dance.
It's that easy. It's so easy to do so much shit. And even in like difficulty 12, it's like, oh, wouldn't that be harder? Yes, it would. But if I'm beating that final boss in like 30 seconds with an ice resistant boss in like 30 seconds with the Yidhari, yeah, you can demolish this boss even on difficulty 12 if you just farm gear coins. Maybe not demolish, it depends. I don't want to try that right now, but I do have more to say about Lucia and Yidhari, but I want to save it for a story review video that I'm workshopping already. I enjoyed the Yidhari story, that side event. I really enjoyed that. I wish there was more of a focus placed on that for us to learn more, know more about her. So, yeah. Again, I'm not giving my full thoughts on the matter right now because after my visit to the hospital, I had an epiphany. You guys know what the... If I can pull this up. I don't know what this is called. Caduceus. You know what Caduceus is? Caduceus looks like this, right? Snakes on a pole with wings for some reason. There's some backstory lore behind it. Don't worry too much about it. Let's look at Cissia's design. Actually, this might be a better screenshot. We'll just go over here real quick. Wait a second. What's with this spear? It's almost Caduceus. If a Nongong lends her wings, this is definitely a Caduceus staff. That's just it. So that's why I was inspired. I had this prepared for a while. Let's talk about this character. Now we'll go to the presentation. Hello, Super Bro. Hello, Tactilike. Hey, guys. Sorry if I missed your guys coming in. We are going to... Now I have to set this up. I'm going to start recording now and then actually set the things up that are supposed to be set up. So make this full screen, start from first slide, and we should be good to go. We are not good to go because I put up the other thing. Let's see. Which one is which? So like this is a console, this is presenting. So we go to presenting. There we go. So now we move some stuff around on my side. I realize that when I'm tabbed into this tab, you guys can see the cursor, but when I click on like OBS, now you can't see the cursor. It's weird. And if I alt tab right now, my cursor suddenly appears. It's weird. Make sure my mic is okay. So, let's get this started. I'm going to turn down the music on my end. So I'm just going to lower my volume. You guys will still hear it. But I have it recorded on a different audio channel, so my mic will be picked up separately from the background music. So we should be fine. Okay. Howdy, my name's Yojimbo Blade, and today we are talking about the latest and greatest electric attacker, Cissia. She is a snake, and she really does like to eat. That's the joke. I didn't have much for that. Am I going to include the stuff about caduceus from stream? I've been at the hospital most of the day with my grandma, and that inspired me. Because the caduceus staff is 2 snakes on a pole. What's Cissia's weapon? It's basically 2 snakes that are a pole. So that's cool. Moving on. I also want to get this out before it's officially revealed. So I'm not paid by Hoyo to do stuff. I just enjoy the game. So I'm not getting money on like a reveal trailer for this character. First off, here's the quick synopsis. I'm not going to save this for the end. Cissia is good. She's good. She's not weak, and she's not amazing. Is she worth pulling? That's a fantastic question. But to summarize, if like, oh, is Cissia good? Yeah, she's good. But here's the problem. She is a niche character. She is a very niche character. And you have to ask yourself, is this character good enough for their niche? She's essentially a sub DPS and a support for a very limited group of agents. That group of agents is very small. Now, that could always be expanded, but we don't know. Do I put this here? Yeah. She is basically Orphe, but electric. Now, granted, I think she is better than electric Orphe. Oops, I pressed that too soon. No, press back. Oh, okay. If I do the arrow keys, it goes one at a time, but if I press the back key, it goes all the way back. That's weird. But I can do that. So the issue with Cissia is that she's not as, quote, bad or as niche as Orphe. Orphe isn't bad. Orphe is just incredibly niche for an Aftershock DPS when there's really only one real Aftershock DPS. Cissia is an electric support / sub DPS, and there are a lot of electric agents, so she's going to be good with them. The question is, will she be ideal with them, right? In that sense, she's almost like Lighter, where it's like, yeah, you can put Lighter onto any, quote, any fire and ice team, but is Lighter worth that spot if you have to build around his additional? That's a great question. Overall, she is a great support for one character, and that character is Seed. And otherwise, she is decent on her own. She's not gonna break your account. Like, if you pull for Cissia and you can't beat electric bosses, like you literally cannot even get an A rank in Shield Defense or Deadly Assault if you pull for Cissia. I don't think that's a Cissia problem. Because when Cissia comes out, they're going to make some electric stuff for her. If you pull for her and you can't even get an A, then I don't think that's a Cissia issue. I think that might be, hey, let's look at our builds a bit. Let's look at our characters. Let's look at our gameplay a little bit. Now, if you pull for Cissia and you can't even get a B, then that's something like, whoa, hold on. Maybe this character is actually terrible. I don't think she's going to get you a B. If you can't even get a B or barely get a B with this character, I will be shocked. That will be shocking. But because of the nature of Cissia's kit, she has some really weird, really funny team building options. None of this is going to be super leaked info. I might talk about her W engine, but it hasn't officially been revealed yet. I can't remember. But it's not relevant to the discussion. Let's look a bit about Cissia's additional and ultimate buffs. When another character in your squad is a stun character or shares the same attribute, while possessing Venom, Venom is her special stack. I'm going to insert some like Venom Web, like stuff from Marvel Rivals or Marvel vs. Capcom of Venom saying Venom stuff. This is her little bar thing. Just assume she always has this. This has pretty much infinite uptime if you build her the okay way. If you just give her energy regen, she's always going to have Venom pretty much. While she has Venom, she increases everyone's crit damage by 40% and hers by 10%. And then from her ultimate, after she uses it, she activates Ether Veil Cold-Blooded. It lasts for 30 seconds and it increases your crit damage by, oh, wait for it guys, 5%. Ooh! ZZZ, you shouldn't have. This is too powerful. This is way too strong. So outside of electric teams, if you don't have her in an electric team, she's giving your team a bunch of crit damage. And that's fine, right? Like at worst case scenario, you put her with your already attacker team or you make her a solo carry, and that's fine. Here's a bit of a side note though. Very early in the beta, her buffs also applied to physical agents, and her additional required physical or electric, not stun or electric, physical or electric. And this is more obvious when you realize, oh, when you play her in the story, she is paired with a physical attacker. That seems very intentional, right? And then she also has an Ether Veil. And Ether Veils are only useful for 2 characters. They are useful for stage buffs, which none of the upcoming stage buffs that give both, there are upcoming stage buffs in like Shiyu Defense that give extra bonuses with an Ether Veil, but they are not Cissia coded. They are Arya and Rupture coded. So that's Arya and Lucia basically. They are stage buffs for Arya and Lucia, and I guess Zhao. If you want to pair Zhao with a Rupture agent, you can. They are not buffs for Cissia because it's like, when you activate Ether Veil, increase your ether damage. It's like, well, Cissia doesn't do that. Like, she's not an ether damage dealer. Why would Cissia care about that? She doesn't. And the other one that only useful for is Yeshunguang and Arya. But like, are you really going to play Cissia and Arya in the same team? Probably not. You can always do that. That's probably not a recommended team. But then they took this away, so she no longer buffs physical agents. So it's kind of weird. Like, her ultimate activates an Ether Veil, and that Ether Veil is completely useless for pretty much any team. Like, Seed doesn't want an Ether Veil. Yeshunguang would love more Ether Veils, but Cissia only buffs electric damage in her core, which we will get to very soon. Otherwise, she's just a crit damage buff. And that's fine. That's okay. Like, you can play Yeshunguang Cissia. That's totally fine. But it's a bit weird because it's like, They left this in her kit, but they changed her additional requirements. It's just weird. It's just odd. So that's some leftover stuff from the beta. Here to milk. You say it's purely for shill, but like her Ether Veil doesn't even shill anything. Like I've read the upcoming buffs for Shiyu Defense and even Deadly Assault. They are not for Cissia. So it's like, what's the point? You gave this character Ether Veils, and then all the upcoming buffs are shilling everything for Ether Veil that has nothing to do with Cissia. It's crazy. It's like you're shilling the wrong characters. You're releasing Cissia with an Ether Veil, but instead you're shilling Arya and Lucia. That's the wrong character. Okay, so let's read Cissia's core. This is the actually interesting part. With Venom, the squad's electric damage ignores 6% of the enemy's defense. If your energy region is higher than this number, then for each thing above it, increase it by 1% up to a max of 25% of enemy defense. So it starts at a base of 6% and it goes up to 25%. That's kind of interesting. That gets me thinking. And if you know me, you know I will do anything to play stupid, dumb, unoptimal teams. What does this mean? It means maxing out her energy regen gives 25% defense ignore to the team. I'm going to call this Defy, just to keep it short and simple. This Defy only applies to electric damage. That's the one issue about it. If it was just to the team, hey, that'd be incredible. That'd be fantastic. But it's only to electric damage. That is pretty limiting. So let's see what we can do with that. This is why she feels niche, as I mentioned that before. And the only agent who can really utilize Cissia to her fullest potential is Seed. Seed wants Seed wants an attacker who is not greedy for field time, and Cissia wants a main DPS who is going to be on field most of the time. They work pretty well with each other, but that's kind of boring, so let's have some fun. This is a team building theory craft discussion. This is not a gameplay guide. I'm not going to tell you how to play Cissia or the optimal way to play Cissia. Instead, we're going to ask some more interesting, more creative questions. Because here's the secret. Cissia is secretly a rupture agent. Like, what do you mean? Because we do have enough Defy in the game to reach 100%. And even if we don't get there, that's fine. If we get really close, like, 95%, it's like, yeah, dude, that's fine. Like, 95% defense ignore, that's perfect. That's wonderful. That's incredible. So here's the question. Can Cissia reach 100% Defy? The answer is yes. Yes, she can. So here's a more interesting question. Can the entire team get to 100% defense ignore? That's the goal here today. We don't care about, is Cissia good? No. We are trying to do some silly nonsense. We are going to make the entire team a rupture team. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this later on, so I guess I can say it now. It's a bit weird. Like, I can look through this. I can cheat. I can look through it without showing you guys. Yes, I do mention it later, so I'll get to it later. Oops, that's the wrong... I changed tabs. Changed to the wrong tab. Hello. Now, first, let's talk about pen ratio or pen percent versus Defy. They don't stack as you would like them to. If you have 60% pen percent or pen ratio and 60% Defy, an enemy with 100 defense would have 16 defense left over because you reduce their defense by 60% and then you reduce it again by 60%. Whereas if you had 100% of either of them, it would be 0. So in total, add these up. This is 120% damage-ish reduction, but they don't stack together as you would like. So sadly, Rina is not a great option for Cissia, which is funny because like a lot of characters, not a lot, there are many characters that have ways to reduce or increase your team's pen ratio. Cissia does not synergize with them, so it's kind of not very good. Not very good, unfortunately. Ness Silver, Defy is defense ignore because the game doesn't give this a proper code word or a proper keyword. So I'm just shortening it to Defy is defense ignore percent. Disclaimers. I am not claiming that any of these are good ideas. They are just creative ideas. Defig is another one I thought about. I decided not to go with that. These are just, and these ideas are pretty expensive. Not gonna lie, I will not be doing most of these. They are just fun little thinking exercises. Also, here's a secret tip. Recent bosses are starting to have half of their defense. Normal bosses have 952. Now the newer ones have 476, and instead they have higher HP. So reducing their defense is really not that useful. It's still useful, but it's not as useful. And that means defense ignore isn't really useful against them. You can still try it, it's still usable, it's just not ideal. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Cissia Investment. Cissia's Mindscape 1. The defense ignore from core passive increases to 140% of its original value. There is more to this, but we only care about this number here. That increases her defense ignore from 25 to 35%. That's a pretty good number. Granted, this doesn't look like a big increase because it's really not, but there is more to this Mindscape that's not relevant to this discussion. There's also Cissia's W engine, which has a clause: when you deal electric damage, you ignore a certain amount of the enemy's defense, and there is more to this as well. But this is kind of a self buff, so when I'm talking about the team, I'm not going to include it for her. Like, if you get it, that changes the math of a lot of things. But for this discussion, we're trying to turn the team into a rupture team, so we will ignore this, but it's always an option. And because of how Cissia's kit works, if you just use Drill Rig with enough energy regen, you are getting the 24% pretty easily. So like, even if you don't get the full 25% of her base value, that's fine. You can easily get the 24%. Let's talk about Seed. Yes, finally, I glossed over this. Finally, Anton's Drill Rig has a user. Anton didn't even use Drill Rig. We now have a character who will use this thing. Yes. You can also just use Orphe's W engine to get to the full 25% if you already have it. That's totally fine. So, on to Seed. Seed is the very obvious partner, and we're not here to talk about that. Sorry, I'll probably cut that from the video. And she's the obvious partner, one, because they synergize really well. Two, they're rerunning at the exact same time. The game is basically screaming at you, please use these two characters together. But that's not why Seed is here. She's not here because she is an ideal partner. Seed is here because her Mindscape 2 is interesting. When Besiege is Seed's buff that is basically active all the time for both attackers. When Besiege is active for an agent, that agent's damage ignores 20% of defense. Oops, that's the wrong slide. So that's a pretty good increase. A 20% increase, that's nice. Granted, this is a Mindscape 2. That's pretty pricey. So again, you are warned. This is not recommending this. I'm just saying that it's an option. Next up is Suna. This is obviously Suna. I don't know what to tell you. Suna is the latest support in the game. And her Mindscape 1 says, when Cat's Gaze triggers and damages an enemy, the target's defense is reduced by 7% for 40 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So that's a 21% defy. Now let's go to Orphe and Magus. What the heck is Orphe doing here? Well, if you read her additional, when another character in your squad is a stun or support character, aftershock damage dealt by agents with zeroed in ignores 25% defense. That's it. So Orphe technically counts. We will talk more about her because there is something silly later we can discuss with her. She's here for now. We will get to her later. Qingyi. What is Qingyi doing here? I need to sneeze. Didn't blow up my mic. I think like, should I mute the mic? It's like, no, I'll just keep it in. Qingyi. We are close to 3. The reason Qingyi is in here, 1, because she is relevant. 2, we are close to 3.0 and the anniversary. Thank you guys. And because of that, anniversary might be in 3.1. We're not sure when the anniversary is. I might need to sneeze again. I'll mute this time. False alarm. We didn't need to sneeze. Got over it. We're not sure if 3.0 is the anniversary or if the anniversary is going to be 3.1. We're a bit iffy on that information right now, so I'm not trying to make a strong statement one way or the other. Regardless, they will likely just give out an agent that's in the shop just because they pretty much gave up on selling those agents anyway. Like, if Bernice is on a rerun, that would be cool, but like, oh boy, pull for the anomaly character when every anomaly fight just resists fire for some reason. Like, you gave up selling this character, that's fine. They also gave up selling Chingy and Jane, pretty much. They might do something with Jane. I heard people say they would. It hasn't happened yet, so that remains to be seen. Well, they kind of gave up on selling these characters, except they did sell this character. They sold Jane. They gave you her swimsuit for free without rerunning her. So if you wanted to get this character, you had to spend 155 bucks. That's a pretty good strategy. I didn't fall for it. Chingy's Mindscape 1. With that all out of the way. With that out of the way. I can just shorten that. With that out of the way, Chingy's Mindscape 1. If Flash Connect voltage is at its maximum, the attack will reduce the defense of the enemy it hits by 15%. Hey, that's something. And the reason this is relevant, it's like, well, what if you don't have Chingy's Mindscape 1? Well, it's like, well, if you already have Chingy, and if they're just going to give away an agent for free, like, hey, you can just get this. There is more to this. It increases her crit damage, or her crit rate, actually. It increases her crit rate too. So, like, this is a pretty good buff for Chingy. And if you already have her, it's like, hey, you're going to get this. So consider it eventually. You have to wait till like 3.0, 3.1, one way or the other. Nicole. This is Nicole. The best A rank in the game? Debatably? Who's better than Nicole? Like, if you have a team of agents, it's like, who would you put over Nicole? Monito for the 2 Rupture fights in the game? Maybe. But, like, you can get without her. Piper? Piper's a good one, because you don't have a lot of anomaly options. That's fair. Nicole does a lot. Surprisingly, Nicole does a lot. The downside is what she does has a shortened timer. Nicole's core F. When her enhanced bullets or energy field hits an enemy, the target's defense is reduced by 40% for 3.5 seconds. Now, this time is very short. That's why Nicole can be this powerful. This is a really good debuff, but it's for a very short time. So you have to be managing Nicole's debuff. You don't have to be managing it. You should be managing this debuff regularly. Last and not least, Spectral Gaze. This one's odd because it's not an agent. It's a W engine. This is Trigger's W engine, and it can only be used by Trigger. Very annoyingly, because it's actually good if you have Trigger. And if you don't have Trigger, then this is useless. When the Equipper's Aftershock hits an enemy, causing electric damage, the target's defense is reduced by 25% for 5 seconds. At rank 5, this increases to 40%. That's a big number. 40. This is basically Nicole. You are paying like what, 500 bucks ish? You're paying 500 bucks in resources, time and resources for a Nicole debuff. That's pretty good. Not the conversion price, but like, hey, that's a big number. That is all the agents in the game that reduce enemy defense. I looked them all up, and these were the only ones. Like, if there is one more, I don't know how I missed them. I went through all of them. Rupture agents don't reduce defense. That's not important. A lot of characters can reduce defense, but it's only on them. Like, Miyabi ignores some of the enemy's defense, but that's not a team buff. That's a Miyabi buff. I'm not going to evaluate Miyabi's Mindscape 1 on a team about how to turn the team into a Rupture team with Miyabi. Like, that's not the point of the video. So now for the fun part. Here's the honorable mention. This isn't the fun part, but it is part of the fun. Back to Orphe. The reason I brought up Orphe was for this really dumb reason. She won't be included in the next section. And there's a very obvious reason. In theory, you can use a triple attacker team. That team is Soldier Zero Ambi, Orphe, and Cissia. In that team, Ambi would get the defense ignore from both of them. She would Soldier Zero Ambi would get Cissia's defense ignore. She would get Orphe's defense ignore. She would get Cissia's crit damage buff, which would buff Orphe's aftershock crit damage and stuff. Like there is a potential synergy going on here. But that's not how any of this works, very unfortunately. And that's because Ambi and Orphe's additionals require stun or support. And Cissia is not either of those. What? I didn't realize that's what the next slide, slide into that soon. That's why Orphe's not going to be on the next slide. You can try to do some dumb stuff with Orphe, like Orphe trigger Cissia. It's like you can, but like what? You're buffing triggers aftershock defense ignore? Like, oh, watch out. Triggers aftershocks don't do enough damage to ever consider doing that. It's not a good idea. I'm not gonna stop you from trying it. I'm just gonna tell you, hey, that's a not good idea in a not fun way because you're buffing trigger. Unless you're playing, and now if you got a Mindscape 6 trigger, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. But like, I know if you're watching this and you're like me, you don't get those Mindscapes. There's no way you got a Mindscape 6 trigger. That's insane. So you can still try to use this team. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I might try it once just to get a feel for it. And you can pair Soldier Zero Ambi with Cissia anyway, because they're both electric. Cissia will buff Soldier Zero Ambi, crit damage, get some more damage for the team. You could do a hyper carry Soldier Zero Ambi team with Cissia. That should work. It shouldn't be bad. I would be shocked. I'll get it because they're electric. I would be shocked if Cissia Soldier Zero Ambi is awful. I don't think it'll be awful. I think it will be good. At best, it'll be great. At worst, it'll be okay. So let's tally all of these defense ignore numbers up. Cissia gets 25 to 35% if we ignore her W engine. Just for the sake of the math and keeping this simple, we are ignoring her W engine because that's only a self buff and we want to turn the team into a rupture team. Seed at Mindscape 2 gives another 20%. Suna's Mindscape 1 gives 21%. Chingy's Mindscape 1 gives 15%. Nicole gives 40% and Spectral Gaze gives 25 to 40%, depending on how much money you want to spend on this sucker. Now, here's a quick reminder. Cissia is a sub DPS and an electric buffer. Seed is a DPS and Seed is a DPS and a attack support. Or attacker support. She supports attackers. She buffs attackers, they buff her. There's a two-way street going on there. Suna is an off-field support with a weird kit. The reason why Suna is weird is that her Cat's Gaze is treated as a triggering agent's damage and attribute. So even though Suna is not electric, the way Cat's Gaze is worded is that, pretend Suna switches into Cissia and Cissia deals the Cat's Gaze damage. Cat's Gaze damage will count as Cissia's damage, and because Cissia is already electric, it will benefit from the defense reduction, even though Suna's not electric. But the code is looking at Cat's Gaze for Cissia's attribute, basically. Do I have it next here? No, I don't. That's also why Game Ball isn't good on Suna, because Suna matches the agent of the agent, but say Cat's Gaze matches the element of the agent, but it's counted as that agent's damage and not the user's damage. And so Game Ball doesn't count because you weren't dealing that attribute damage. Technically, the current agent is, and that agent isn't Suna, so that's why Suna can't really make use of Game Ball. Yuzuha can. Yuzuha can use Game Ball. She can use it very well. I always keep that in my back pocket. And reminder, Chingy is an on-field stunner and basically a DPS. If you have been playing Chingy recently, you realize that you basically just build her as a DPS. That's basically what she is. You build a bunch of attack, you build crit rate, you build crit damage, and you build some impact. And you realize that, wait, I'm building an on-field stunner that is just a DPS. I'm just going to build her as a DPS. So hey, And Nicole is an off-field support with short debuffs. So she likes, sorry, did I say off-field? Nicole is an on-field support because her debuffs are really short. Maybe she's not on-field, but you need to switch into her very frequently to have her buff time up the whole time. Buff time up the full time. I'm trying to go quickly because I might have to end. I can't stay for too long. She is a character you want to switch on-field regularly for her buffs. And because of that, you're perfectly fine just leaving her on-field. And finally, Trigger is an off-field stunner. So altogether, we have a really tight-knit group. Good night, Mom. Love you. That's why Mom's saying good night to me. You didn't hear her. So all together, we have a really tight-knit group. Cissia wants to be a sub DPS and electric buffer, and we have a couple other buffers on this team and a couple other electric agents that wants to be on field. So this is pretty cool. Now let's look at some of these team options. Basically, you pick from any of these 6 and enemies will have very low defense. Maybe not 0, but their defense will be incredibly low. For instance, Chingy Nicole, I'm assuming if you're already including Cissia, so I didn't put Cissia here. It's Cissia is the auto-included one. Cissia Chingy Nicole, Cissia Chingy Trigger, Cissia Chingy Suna. Those are all teams you can use. Cissia Seed Trigger, Cissia Seed Suna, Cissia Nicole Trigger, Cissia Nicole Suna. Caveat, Nicole Suna means Cissia won't have her additional, so you don't get that crit damage buff for the team, but instead you get a ton of stats from Suna and Nicole. So it's like a trade-off of, would I rather have some crit damage on these agents that don't really need it, or a ton of stats? So basically, these are the ones I recommend in this thought experiment, this thought exercise. Again, these are all caveats. You need Chingy's Mindscape 1, you need Trigger Spectral Gaze, you need Suna's Mindscape 1, Seed's Mindscape 2. Like, I'm not saying, I'll get to it later. Again, you need Suna's Mindscape 1 to utilize her defense ignore. But if she doesn't have it, it's like, oh no, my team won't have 21% defense ignore. It's like, okay, but that should still be fine because it's Suna. We can get close to 100% with some of these teams. 100% defense ignore. Cissia Nicole Chingy Mindscape 1. That math comes out to 80%. And remember, Cissia's Mindscape 1 adds another 10%. So that comes out to 90. Hey, Cissia's Mindscape 1, Chingy's Mindscape 1, if you already have Chingy and you get her for free at the anniversary. That's pretty good. Hey, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. Cissia Seed Mindscape 2 and Suna Mindscape 1. That comes out to a much lower number. That's 66%. I didn't bother including the Cissia's Mindscape 1. It's not as high as you want it to be, but hey, you have Seed's Mindscape 2. You got Suna's Mindscape 1. That team's going to demolish everything. Good night, Shinso. Oh, you're not going to bed. You're saying good night to Romanade. Sorry. Romanoid, good night. Thanks for stopping by. I should have said this earlier. Obviously, Nicole's an ether agent. She's not electric, so she will not benefit from the super high defense ignore from Cissia. That should still be fine. Like, because Nicole in that team, like Cissia, Nicole, Chingy, Cissia is the primary damage dealer. So that should be fine. Nicole will still deal damage because she does enough damage. Her damage multipliers are actually pretty good. The next one on the list is Cissia Nicole Trigger. This is a pretty simple one because you just need Cissia and you need Trigger Spectral Gaze. And that gets you to 90%. And if you got Cissia's Mindscape 1, that's 100%. You just throw Nicole on field. Trigger's doing aftershock attacks. Cissia's doing some venom attacks. They got no defense. If you got Cissia's Mindscape 1, 0 defense. That's incredible. Granted, again, Nicole doesn't get this buff from Cissia. That's fine. Nicole has like what, 70% defense ignore? Or 65%. Ooh, watch out. That's totally fine. Yeah, again, we're becoming rupture agents at this point. Trigger's a rupture agent. Cissia is a rupture agent. One last one. This is a very expensive team. It's very expensive. Cissia, Mindscape 2 seed, Trigger Spectral Gaze. That gets to 70%. But when Cissia is Mindscape 1 and Spectral Gaze is at rank 5, that gets up to 105%. This becomes a true rupture team. This team, the enemy has no defense, and they're all electrics, so they all benefit from this. Actually, no, Trigger doesn't benefit from it because Besieged buff only applies to the attackers. So Trigger doesn't become a true damage dealer. But that doesn't matter because Trigger's damage is too low anyway, so it's not too important. That's interesting. Again, that's the point of this. We're not trying to... I think I have this on the next slide. Let me check. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I have it on the next slide. Okay. In conclusion, I do not recommend you spend your money on this. These are just ideas. Let me know your ideas down below. I listed some of mine. Let me see some of yours. My idea? I'm going to try to bring back Soldier Zero, not Soldier Zero Ambi, regular Ambi. I'm going to bring back Stun Ambi, DPS Ambi. I am going to resurrect her with basically Cissia carrying the team. But I'm going to play DPS Ambi. Let's go. Subscribe if you feel like it. You don't have to. YouTube likes it, kind of. Only if you watch my videos does it really matter. If you don't watch my videos, don't bother subscribing. Or I mean, like, you're watching it now if you're watching this. But like, if you don't actively like my videos, you don't have to subscribe. You're not obligated to subscribing. I'm going to cut half of this. I'm ramming at this point. I am tired. I would appreciate it, but you don't have to. I'm close to 5K. And if you feel so inclined, you can support me by becoming a sponsor. That's a YouTube member. You become a sponsor of the channel, or you can support this channel through super thanks or super chats. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, that's not required. But for those people who want to do it, that option is open. Thanks for watching. I'm going to end the video recording and then I will continue the stream. Yeah, subscribe or else. If you don't subscribe, I'm going to break down your house. I will stalk. I'm not going to stalk you. That's crazy. If you don't subscribe, Promia is going to assassinate you. Or if you don't subscribe, Cissia is going to break into your house and steal all your food. She's gonna, not even your food, she's gonna steal your eggs. That's even more annoying. You could have stolen anything. You stole my eggs. So yeah, that's it for this video. My name's Yojimbo Blade, and I hope you all have a blessed day. See you soon. All right, we're not leaving. We have some more stuff to do. But again, it's like, these team ideas are kind of interesting. They're not good. Like, I would not recommend these because they're really expensive. But like, hey, this is kind of interesting. Let me see if the ones that I like the most are on. You go to this page. Reading over this, yeah, this is pretty good. Again, this is a niche team, but like, I like the synergy in this. I hate saying this. They could always introduce another electric agent that does something with this. Somehow, I don't know if I want that. Do we need another electric attacker? Does she do anything for Harumasa? Yes, she buffs his damage. That's it. That's the answer to, does Cissia do X for Y team? The answer is Cissia buffs your crit damage and then gives you defense ignore and does damage. That's it. Like, if your team needs damage and or needs defense ignore and or needs crit damage, then Cissia is okay. Like, she's fine. I actually commented this on Flossin. Flossin made a video about Cissia, and my response was to him was about like, why does Cissia feel like she's a skippable agent? My answer was actually because Zenless, you only have 3 agents on a team. In other games like, I'll just stick to the Hoyo ones. In Genshin Impact and in Honkai Star Rail, you pick 4 agents for teams. Not agents, you pick 4 characters on a team. And because of that, teams are more expensive. So you have to make some, you can afford to make some, you can afford some cheaper options. And you don't have to be as hyper competitive. So character number 4, like maybe they're not the best fit, but hey, they're pretty good. They do enough for what I need. Just throw them on the team. That's fine. But in no, it's not in Genshin. In Zenless, because teams are limited to 3 agents, supports have to be more competitive with each other. They just do. Because like in ZZZ, if you had 4 team options, like of course just throw Cissia onto pretty much any team and she's fine. She's doing defense ignore, she's buffing your team's crit damage, she's a sub DPS. Just put her on the team and she'll do her thing. But because we only have 3 slots, one of them's probably the main DPS. It's like, okay, so I need 2 other characters who are going to contribute meaningfully. And Cissia oftentimes doesn't meet that threshold for most ideal teams. Again, that's not to say you can't use Cissia. That's insane. Anyone who's saying you can't use Cissia in a non-electric team is... I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to try Billy, Nicole, Cissia. Why not? Maybe not Nicole. I'm not a big fan of using Nicole for Billy. Billy doesn't like swapping off. I'll use Billy, Trigger, Cissia. Why not? That's fine. Would I recommend Dawn's Bloom set? So here's the perfect thing. I'm going to actually... I could show this real quick. Cissia's ideal set is 4-piece Dawn Bloom, 2-piece energy regen. There's a perfect farming stage for exactly that. Dawn's Bloom, Moonlight Lullaby. This is the first time a drive disc farm session is perfect for one character. You just farm this, and that's what Cissia wants. It's perfect. For who would I recommend Dawn's Bloom on? Basically Seed and Cissia. That's it. There is a funny joke that Dawn's Bloom is good on Billy. It's not true, but it's always funny. Exactly, Scary. I already have an ideal... I can sort this. Attack, stun, new air to defense force. I already have Orphe. I already have Trigger and her W engine. I already have Soldier Zero Ambi with, you can't see it here. You can't see it in this menu for some reason. This one, there we go. With her Mindscape 2. I already have these things. And I'm still going to get Cissia. I'm gonna still try her out on the team. Why not? It's fine. Her build is bad because I don't have half her equipment on.
Number 0, Ambi.
Dawn's Bloom can work on Anton Lazy Boy, but the problem is Anton's ideal team doesn't use his basics because that makes him leave burst mode. Anton wants a support to turbocharge his energy. That support doesn't really exist yet, so he still has to rely on Astra. Not has to. You can still use a team without Astra. I'm not saying you can't. But like Anton leaving burst mode is not an ideal situation. And Astra's quick assist means you never have to leave burst mode. That's kind of the issue with Anton. Like, back to Dawn's Bloom. Are we going to use Dawn's Bloom on...
Is the concert starting?
How do I sort? There we go.
Starlight, it's time to shine.
No, Rupture doesn't. So you could use it, like, theoretically, you could use Dawn's Bloom on Idhari, but then you remember, oh, right, so it's 4-piece bonus lets you ignore defense when, is it defense? I forget exactly what it is. No, that's just more attack. It's super attack. Okay, I'm thinking of a different piece then. Something different.
Starlight, it's time to shine.
So theoretically, you could use that on Idhari, because Idhari uses her attack a lot. But like, she already has Yunquei Tails, which is just better and more consistent. So like, you can put it on Idhari. That's not a bad option. It's just not an ideal option. Billy doesn't want it. Banyue doesn't want it. Monato doesn't want it. Harumasa doesn't really want it. He uses dash attacks, not basic attacks. Yi Xuan doesn't want it.
I'll give you a hand.
Ye Guang could use it. She could use Dawn's Blue. But she already has her own set that's better, so why would you use it? Orphe doesn't want it. Soldier Zero Ambi doesn't want it. Soldier 11 can use it. It's like, hey, the character who does a bunch of basics? Sure, she would love that if she didn't already give herself like infinite damage on her basics. She just gets so much damage, dude. And let's add this to her. It's like she already gives herself so much fire damage buff. She does not need more fire damage in her kit. So you can use it on Soldier 11, but I don't think it's ideal. Like if you already have it, go for it. But you are neglecting the damage of her ultimate and her EX, which are actually pretty good. Fun fact, Soldier 11's Mindscape 6 is probably better than Evelyn's. If you have a Mindscape 6 Soldier 11, she's probably the best fire DPS in the game. Arguably, depends on who you ask. I don't think she is, but some people will argue that. It's just so good. You throw in Evelyn's W engine, oh my gosh, she's just incredible. I don't have that, so I haven't been able to experience that for myself.
Ready and waiting.
Does Ellen want that? Not really. Like, yeah, she uses her basic attacks, but she also would rather buff other moves that aren't her basics. So it's an option. I don't think it's a great option, but if you have it, you can use it. Ambi? No. Don't put that on Ambi. Ambi's basics are bad. Ambi is so weird. I've played DPS Ambi, so I can say this with certainty that Ambi is not a good DPS. She is weak. She's very weak. If I were using a DPS, I'd rather use Nicole, unironically. Give me Nicole every day over Ambi. Ambi's Mindscapes are whack. They do not help her. They are not very good. They just are not. Like, this is arguably the best one. And it's like, here's more damage with your EXs. Her Mindscape 4? This is insane. Ooh, when she uses her Chainer ultimate, you recover energy for off-field electric agents based on your energy generation. This is a 1.0 kit if I've ever seen it. Because of how Trigger's worded, Trigger doesn't count as being off-field if she's using her aftershocks. So, that's fun. Yeah, she was a good stunner up until 1.1, and then Qingyi released. And Qingyi is just like, I'm Ambi, but actually good. It's crazy. Actually, no, it's not crazy. That makes sense. But yeah, her kit, okay. I want you to look, to read this part of her kit. Where is it? It's in skills. When Ambi's dodge counter hits an enemy, she gains some more energy. And if you read her Mindscape, not Mindscape, her W engine, it's like, when you hit the enemy with a dodge counter, increase your energy generation. So like the goal is to use dodge counters to get energy, to use EXs to buff your basics, right? There is a gameplay loop there. And then you read the damage of her dodge counter. Oh my gosh. That is nothing. That is so bad. That is awful. And to compare that to Nicole. Nicole, who was not even a DPS. Look at Nicole's dodge counter. Hers is just better. Nicole has more damage on all of her moves. It's insane. Where's Monato? I know I have Monato somewhere. Monato, who doesn't even use his dodge counter. Mine's level 9+4, so it's probably not higher. His dodge counter is better than Ambi's. Ambi's whole kid is like, yeah, you should use dodge counters. Hello, her dodge counter's awful. It's not awful. I shouldn't say that. That's exaggerating. It's not good. Now, granted, because hers is so quick, some attacks you can do many of them back to back, kind of like Billy's dodge counter. You can sneak in a couple more dodge counters with Billy. But because hers is so quick, you also take damage as soon as it ends. She has no iframes after her dodge counter ends. It's so annoying. There are many times I use her dodge counter, I'm like, yes, I got it. And then I get hit immediately because the dodge counter ended and so did her iframes, and she just takes all that damage. It's so weird. You would think the character who says like, oh yeah, you should use dodge counters would have a good dodge counter, and she doesn't. Her dodge counter is awful. And even then, her basic Thunderbolt, it's like, it doesn't do enough damage. Like, this is okay, but like, you can't get to this if you use dodge counters. It's so weird. Anyway, I'm done talking about Ambi. I say this because I've actually played DPS Ambi. I know the struggles with playing her because I have played her. I can build her right now. Her build's pretty easy. I find out the filters that are already equipped to actually good agents. Slap this on there. Yeah, that's fine. Slap this on there. Nope. We'll go for this one. Yeah, that's fine. Slap this on here. Yeah, that's fine. Slap this on here. Where are you, Miyabi's W engine? Yeah, that's fine. Bada bing, bada boom. That's the build. We increase our crit damage with with Nicole. Not Nicole. We increase our crit damage with Cissia. Now we could use 4-piece King of the Summit, and that'd probably be better. I basically just put Dylan's build onto Ambi. That would probably be better for the team. But yeah, that's basically the build. I did use her in Shield Defense recently just to test her out. That's Lost Void. That's the wrong mode. That's the wrong button. Stage 4. I used her in stage 4. Got 2.5 minutes. Again, this was a one and done sort of thing, so I didn't optimize this at all. I just did it. I completed it once and then go back to optimize it again. And I probably wouldn't use this Bang Boo, but I decided to. This team was not very good because Ambi is not very good, but Trigger's pretty good and Nicole's pretty good. So that's why this can get a passable time. It passes barely, but it passes. In 1.6, I could actually use this team. This team was actually somewhat viable, barely viable, because Ambi is barely viable. But I could use it. Now I can't really get away with that. And this is stage 4. I'm not even going to begin to think about stage 5. That's crazy. I didn't have much else planned for this, so now I'm kind of confused. I wanted to play the event story, but like I got back from the hospital. I'm kind of tired. I don't think I can stay up too late, so I'm looking at my time. I would like to make this a video. I should also stop the recording. I've been recording this whole time. That's crazy. I could do some of the hot pot event. I don't know if I'll finish it. Where is it? It's over here. Duh. Not that one. I think I'll do this one on my own time. Even though there is a story attached to it, I think I'll do that on my own. Just because of timing and stuff. EOS. I'm gonna... Do they have in-game music for this? I might use that instead of the one I have right now. Whoops. Not dialogue. I need more dialogue. Moopers, thank you so much, dude. That means a lot. Don't pray to Goku. I don't think he's dead. They keep changing his if he's dead or not. I can't remember. Then again, I don't know. Jesus technically isn't dead either. So that's fine. That's totally fair. She recovers with a Zenkai boost? I don't think that's going to happen. But that means a lot, Moopers. Thank you so much. Yeah, HM Warrior. If you want the full story, skip to the early part of the video. Or the stream. The 2-sentence summary is I spent all day with my grandma at the hospital. And that's about it. That's a 1-sentence summary. Thank you, Lord, for saving my soul. Thank you, Lord, for making me whole. Thank you, Lord, for giving to me thy great salvation so rich and sweet. I could turn this into a church service. I'll do it. I'll sing the old songs. No one sings the old songs. I had a stream, a karaoke stream. It's a karaoke stream, but it's all Christian songs. Like Christian hymns. I can't do a 4-part harmony with myself. Let's see. Amazing Grace is overused. People sing that all the time. And there's the weird one where you listen to the words and you're like, what the heck are they saying? As a Christian, I'd listen to it like, what the heck are these words? These are insane. There is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners crushed beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains. Lose all their guilty stains. Lose all their guilty stains. I forgot the next part. Lose all their... I forgot the bridge to the next part, but it's lose all their guilty stains again. There's a verse 2. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, we can collect this. Let's go. Oh, wait, I was talking to Eos. That's why I was in there. Like, what the heck? Why was I in there? Hi, Miyabi. Bye, Miyabi. Growing up, the one hymn, like some nights, they would be like, hey, pick a hymn out of the book and we'll all sing it. My number was always 806 because I knew 806 was Oh Canada. I was like, it's in the book. We gotta sing it. And they're like, yo, Jimbo, we are not singing Oh Canada. We're not doing that. Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons commend. I don't know, from far and wide about. I don't know the rest of the song. God save the queen. That's definitely not it. Eos is so cute. Hot pot flavored batteries? What? Eos, what are you talking about? Enna, master, you're back. All right, enough with the dramatics, Wise. Belle? To catch the latest episode of Infernal Connoisseur, obviously, it's like the hottest show to binge with food right now. Okay. Belle turns on the TV to a recent hit show on NEBC, Infernal Connoisseur. It's rumored to be a food review show that focuses on real food, real reactions, and real critiques. Let me turn my own volume up. Turn on the game display so you guys can't see when I actually do stuff like that. Where to go? Here it is. This live stream seems to be halfway through already. An elegant food critic sits posed in the center of the frame, while a man who looks to be the proprietor stands behind them, a nervous expression on his face.
Hello, Mr. Steven. I didn't expect you to grace us with your presence. I'm the person in charge of this Howly Good. We've always upheld the spirit.
Whoops. I increased the volume, don't worry. It's a Markiplier. That's not, I don't think that's Mark. Howdy, from my name's Markiplier, and today. I can't do this
Hello,
voice.
Mr. Steven. I didn't expect you to grace us with your presence. I'm the person in charge of this Howly Good. We've always upheld the spirit of combining cuisine with culture.
Here's a quick question. Is Howly Good offensive? Because we already have dog Thyrans. Like, canine Thyrans exist. Is this like, would they consider this cultural appropriation or something? Because I don't think it's like, it's not racist, but it's like, I'm about to say something like that sounds really crazy, but no, I can't say something that's questionably racist. I'm going to cancel my own self here.
We insist on using only high-end ingredients, hoping to spread our Wi-Fi Peninsula Flavor Plus philosophy all across New Eridu.
Spare me the investor pitch nonsense and just serve the food. One bite and I'll know if it's any good.
Ooh, one bite. Ooh, he doesn't like it. Why'd you got your chest exposed, dude? What kind of a shirt is this? This is a bad shirt. I'm telling. This is a there's a V-neck and there's a deep V-neck and there's whatever the heck this is. This isn't like a zipper. This is just the shirt. This is not a good shirt. It barely covers you.
Signature dish, black bean sauce ribs. No beanery. No meaty flavor. Fail!
They got the sniffing. He put his nose into that mic for that take. That was awesome.
Signature dish, black bean sauce ribs.
That's awesome.
Ugh, too much gristle in the chasu. I can't even chew it. Fail!
What is this fail? Why are you doing that? Epic fail. Remember people say epic fail? I do. It wasn't good. It wasn't funny.
Bun's crust isn't crispy and the inside isn't fluffy. Big fail.
As a kid, you thought, our language is cool. Old people language is lame. And then you grew up and you realize, wow, it's all lame. But it's a good kind of lame. It's your own kind of cringe. You gotta accept the cringe.
And don't get me started on the chicken feet. You didn't even clip the nails and there's literal chicken poop in there. Are you guys for real?
That's
Mr.
gross.
Steven, listen, all these dishes around the house. I've always liked you. Please.
Oh no, you can't do that.
To sum up, my verdict on Howly Good is
Howly
a
Good.
failure. Director, next time could you please pick a spot that actually passes health inspection? I'm heading back to my RV.
It is interesting to see that there, despite New Eridu being like post-apocalypse Power Rangers RPM,
Switch the PGM signal and
they do have a lot of like city life going on. Of like,
What do you mean on my camera? Cut it now! He's not even here anymore!
there's a lot of like real, not quote real world stuff, but like normal city life stuff going on. But like, we got to pretend that nothing bad's going on. Not pretend, but it's like, okay, hollows are expanding. That's bad. But like, I almost think of like giant metropolises that have like larger areas outside of them where it's like New York City isn't just New York City. It's like everything around New York City. Same with like Tokyo. So like if something bad happens on the top side of Tokyo, it doesn't affect like the south side of Tokyo. Maybe that's not a great comparison. After a series of chaotic camera cuts, the scene shifts to the studio, where the host Bangu slowly emerges from the darkness into the spotlight. 5 years ago, a mysterious man appeared before our very eyes. He has a godlike tongue, created a standard for food reviews that countless people trust. I wish I had like an echo thing on my settings I could turn on. Is he an angel fallen from a sky or a devil straight out of a hollow? No one knows, but one thing is certain. Everyone will respectfully address him as Infernal Connoisseur Steven! The TV program ends there, followed closely by the sound of Belle's stomach growling.
Now I'm starving. How about we hit up that hot pot place in Lumina Square?
Sounds good. I'm actually starving myself. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, Chris Pratt's here? You arrive at Simmer Hot Pot in Lumina Square with Belle. It's not even time to eat yet, but plenty of people are already in line. And in the crowd, there seems to be a familiar face. Jufufu. Oh, it's her.
Didn't expect to run into you two here.
Nongong, didn't expect to see you here is what I would say if I didn't, like, see the title of the event. But
Nangong? I didn't expect to run into you here. Did you come to grab a bite too?
No. The owner here, Blaze, is a good friend of mine. I helped her escape from a hollow once. She still hasn't recovered from the corruption. I'm here to deliver Chloroquine, the anti-corruption medicine. Hold on a sec. I'll go ask Blaze. We might be able to get you guys that closed-off table outside, so you don't have to wait in line.
express thanks.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
You quietly wait at the shop entrance for Nongong. Before long, she calls the owner Blaze.
Welcome to Simmer Hot Pot. Ready to taste the hottest flavor around?
So I haven't seen this character in game. I can see why people think the character model is attractive. That's it. Like, oh, so they weren't subtle about that at all. Like, oh, can she be playable? No, she's not going to be playable. Stop it. Not every hot character you see is going to be a playable character. That should not be the standard. Hey there, I'm Blaze, the owner of Simmer Hot Pot. You guys friends of Nongong? I'm Wise, and this is my sister Belle. Just getting by. The crowd is only half as big as before. Hold on a sec. Those two tables outside are still being cleaned up. I'll take you over there in just a sec. You do have any preferences? I totally go for the signature spicy pot. But hey, our new clear soup base is solid too. It's not solid, it's clear. Whatever. And since you're friends of my savior, I'll give you a 20% discount for this meal. Jesus is here. Oh my gosh. We were singing hymns and Jesus is here. Savior. I'm not gonna break out into another hymn. First she's the overlord, now she's the savior. What's next? The void hunter. Nongong's gonna stumble her way into accidentally becoming a void hunter. Huh? Didn't she tell you? She rescued me after I entered a hollow by mistake. You two can take a look at the menu. The soup base is being prepared and you can take your seats right away. Eat your seats right away. That's not it. Let's eat.
Welcome to Simmer Hot Pot.
Search for the stage. Okay. Press A to start cooking.
Enough talk. Let's dig in.
What? Ingredients must be ordered before cooking. Use their basic thing. Okay. You can review the ingredient type here. Okay. Ingredient deliciousness score determines the stage completed. Grab some beef flank. Hot pot's really good. You guys, if you never had hot pot, you are missing out. The point is not that the food tastes amazing. The point is that it's a social thing. It's great to do with other people. You share it with each other. Cauliflower adds a delicious boost to any meal that's picked previously. See, that's not true because cauliflower is skinhead broccoli. That's nasty. I don't hate the taste of cauliflower. I just hate it on a principle. It's like, You're whitewashed broccoli. Why? And I already don't like broccoli, but I can force myself to eat broccoli. It's like, but cauliflower, it's like, ugh. No, I don't want to eat broccoli. You can use the joysticks to move the metal and press A to scoop. Oh, you gotta collect them. Okay. When the remaining scoops, you're ranked on, you can only scoop so many times? Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing this is like a lot easier with a mouse. Yes, yes it is. How do you stir with a mouse though? That's the issue. Oh, I got 11 seconds. Okay. There's a they said it's how to stir it, and I totally didn't see that. Ingredients come in these things. I guess they're gonna make us get the marbled beef. Is this a roguelike hot pot event? What is this? This round's a tasting round. Oh, you have to reach a certain score. Okay. Remember, Moopers, thank you so much. You know, people should be thankful that not all these hot chicks are playable. Those gotcha funds can go to funding SFM artists. I mean to say artists. Please don't judge me. I'm a Billy Main too. Moopers, thank you so much. That's not my sort of thing. I don't know if I'm going to promote that on my channel. How do you move the ladle? Okay. Oh, left click. Okay. Oh, wait, that's left click the okay. It didn't tell me how to. It said like to stir the pot, and it's like, how do you stir the pot? I don't think they showed it in this. Whatever. That was a right click, and it still counted.
How scrumptious.
Notice that some ingredients have special effects. Oh yeah, the sparkling ones. Added 10% to become a premium ingredient. This is so fascinating. Oh, okay. I thought the way it was animated was like, oh, you only picked up one of them. It's like, what? That can't be right. There we go. That's what we like to see. More beef flank? Nah. You got this. That should be enough. Yeah, let's go.
Well balanced.
What does they recommend? Oh, it's saying like, hey, you should pick some of these and some of these. Okay, interesting. We're gonna do some more. Actually, we don't need that much more shrimp balls. We'll do some more marbled beef. See, this is interesting. This is peak ZZZ gameplay.
This? Unbelievable.
I think this is the best one we have. Can we get one more? Ooh, you shouldn't have. I guess more shrimp balls, maybe? Yeah. We've already maxed out the score pretty much. This is so interesting. I love this. We need more stuff like this. ZZZ, make more game modes like this, please. Come on. Move. I know you can do it. No. I can go get these two. There we go. And then these. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I missed this special one.
I feel I could have more.
That's a ton of meat.
If you liked it, don't forget to leave.
You have just finished the hot pot when a commotion breaks out at the table next to you. Seems like a TV crew is here to film something.
My. After all these years, I've actually set foot in this restaurant again.
Hey, that's guy from TV. Or he's that guy from TV, whatever.
Isn't he that food critic we saw on TV? What was he called? Something?
It's the infernal connoisseur, Steven! Mr. Steven, if this is still about what happened before, the public security officers have already given their conclusion.
What? What happened?
If public security officers were actually useful, what's the point of apologizing?
Sorry, but if you're just here to cause trouble, I'm afraid I can't help you.
Oh,
Ooh.
come on. Look at you getting all worked up. Can I just drop by for a meal and give it a little review?
What is this guy playing
Don't
at?
tell me you're too scared to let me try it because the food's so bad.
Nothing scares me. Feel free to critique anything on the menu.
I recognize her VA. I can't remember where. The waiter serves the Hot Pot restaurant's signature spicy combo, but as Steven takes a taste, a look of disdain slowly creeps across his face.
I can't believe it. It's only been a couple of years and you've already gotten so rusty. The signature soup base is too salty, the depth of flavor is weak, and while the spiciness is balanced enough, the aroma is completely lacking. Fail. This premium beef has plenty of marbling.
The slurp
Zero
was
sweet,
crazy.
full flavor. Pair that with the red oil soup base and it's just a grease bomb. Fail. The seafood platter is mostly frozen stuff. The texture wasn't bad, but you can't escape that fishy freezer smell. Fail.
See, that's the thing. I think this guy's being a critic for no real reason. Dude, Hot Pot isn't meant to be like the highest wine and dining sort of thing. It's meant to be eaten with your buddies, dude. Like, you all sit around this one pot, you all share a meal together, you all cook it together. It's an experience. It's whatever.
My apologies. About the seafood, we've run into a few logistical snags recently. We're working hard to get it sorted out.
Oh my gosh. I think I figured it out. Is this, I'm going to be crazy. This is an insane, it came to me in a vision real quick. Hold on. Let me get this up. Is it the English dub of this character? You guys can't see that because I put the wrong thing up. Is it this character? It just hit me like a train. Like, oh my gosh. Is that the voice? I feel like that is. I might be wrong on that.
Nothing scares me. Feel free to critique anything on the menu.
I think that's her. That has to be her. That might be, I might be wrong, but I am confident in saying that's the same VA. She's really good.
Yeah. The only thing worth mentioning is the brown sugar rice cake. The frying technique was actually decent. But the syrup is way too sweet. Don't tell me you only care about how it looks and not how it tastes before serving it up.
Here's the thing. The sweetness of something, it depends. So if you've ever had a steak, some steaks are not good. It depends on the person cooking it. Some steaks you taste are awful. And in that sense, there is a perfect ratio. I might pull. There's like a parabola of like the worse a steak tastes, the more valuable ketchup becomes in the flavor profile of that steak. The better a steak becomes, the less valuable ketchup becomes in that flavor profile. So if you have a really bad steak, sometimes maybe you should use ketchup. But if you have a really good steak, you probably shouldn't use ketchup. There's an inverse relationship between the two.
That's not true. I sample a selection of the dishes served every day.
The smell is nauseating and the service is even worse. It's scorching hot out, yet they seated us outside for hot pot.
Of course you do.
Awful soup base. I don't want to stay here another second.
Mr. Steven, let me explain. Maybe some dishes aren't exactly perfect, but
I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong. I think they just copied like Sweetie's model and gave this character a different hairstyle. I'm pretty sure they're the exact same. I might be wrong, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Explain. That's for losers.
Oh, sorry. I forgot you are a loser.
Whoa. That's uncalled for. Steven walks out of the store without even glancing back, and the camera crew follows him. Leaving with them are many of the customers waiting for a table, behind whom the owner, Blaze, is now standing there in a daze.
Hey, don't get upset. I'm sure it doesn't taste that bad. Let me try.
it's fine. You don't have to do this. The dishes Blaze makes are always top tier. There's definitely something wrong with that food critic. Let me have a taste. Come on, no matter how much you sweet talk me, it's not gonna...
Oh my god, she's top tier? You heard it here first, folks. Blaze's food is top tier. Put it in S. Put it in Pride Wins tier 0, which is basically half the cast at this point. What is what was that reaction, Belle?
Aren't you guys gonna say something nice to me?
Miss Blaze, why is this soup base so salty?
Oh my gosh, the food was actually bad. That's a good twist.
Huh? Salty? But it tastes just right to me.
How about trying a sip of this freshly squeezed orange juice?
It's a bit weak. Not really sweet enough. I could add some more sugar.
More sugar?
No, no more sugar. This juice is already half syrup, half juice. It's so thick, it's separating into layers. Miss Blaze, is your sense of taste...
Oh my gosh. She has no taste. It's literally, she's Yes Xiongguang. She's been using the Qingmi ladle. She says, let this ladle send you away. And she summons out the perfect cooking utensils. That's why she has no taste.
Wait, are you saying that I'm losing my sense of taste?
That is crazy. Give me a true here. True. I could take some photos here. I'm not going to get another time to take photos like this. V. Oh, nope. I have to change the angle. I'll put them like this. So they're standing behind. This is for... Nope, that's the wrong letter. I don't usually use the mouse for... Mouse and keyboard. That's good enough. Save that. And then I can go up to like here, and then we go LV. Do we get the cool filters on this or not? Let me see. Tab. No, that's caps. No, we can't. Oh, we do get orange rhythm. Let's go. This setting, this filter is really cool. I really like this one. I like this filter a lot. I think it's neat. Losing my sense of taste? 2 weeks ago when I was rescued from a hollow by Nongung and received treatment for corruption, The doctor said ether corruption could cause sensory disorders, but I didn't take it seriously. Disorder? Oh my gosh! She's been disordered! Watch out! It's an anomaly! Corruption! Oh my gosh! She got an ether corruption and it triggered a disorder! Danny, what? Danny, you can't be saying that. That's crazy. That's a possibility. Sorry, gotta go time. That's a possibility. But no need to worry yet. You just took your anti-corruption medicine. Why don't you go home and rest? I've been keeping an eye on your reservations and reviews, haven't I? Just leave it to me. Wait, the way you're talking, is someone spamming bad reviews online again? Oh, nothing serious, just the same old, you know, only a matter of personal preference. Bad reviews, let me have a look. Why has Simmer's gotten so nasty? Yo fam, is it just me or has Simmer been getting worse and worse? The soup paste was crazy salty, the desserts were crazy sweet, the seafood reeked like hell, and the owner's got the nastiest attitude ever. I'm cool with it, I've actually got a pretty big sweet tooth. Yeah, not as good as when they first opened, right? The food's trash, she won't even let you say it. That lady boss is scary as hell. That's how these places roll. Solid when they first open, then quality just tanks over time. That is true. That is the thing in the food service industry. It usually happens. Am I the only one who comes here just because the owner lady is hot? Well, okay. Don't want to miss out. Sure. Lady Sunbringer unmatched. Yo, commenter above. You're shameless. Let's give him an opportunity. Plenty of people online are posting complaints about the food's taste at Simmer, with more than a few throwing shade at the owner, Blaze. Oh my gosh, Blaze the cat? She's here? What do you mean the soup paste was crazy salty, the desserts were crazy sweet, and the seafood reeked like hell and the owner's got the nastiest attitude ever? I'm so mad! When I find that little punk, I'm gonna pound his head into meatballs! Hey, do I really come off as that much of a hothead? You got quite the temper. Yeah, Blaze is super friendly. I did not say that. But it feels like there's a big problem with the dishes. There are more and more negative reviews lately. The taste of the dishes got worse by the day. I doubted the suppliers talked to the employees and made complaints at the seasoning stores. That's true. In food service, when the cost of ingredients go up, you either take the hit and raise prices, or you keep the prices the same and you have to get lower quality ingredients. Now that I think about it, it's probably the corruption that took away my sense of taste. Maybe I wronged them? Huh. Just got a knock-knock message from the front desk. Gotta go handle that real quick. How can we help out Blaze? We can help by staring at this wall together. Can you even reverse this? It's like, no, you can't. Oh, her eyes are closed. Oh, my favorite Simmer has received tons of negative reviews on the reservation website. Yeah, it's definitely something off about the taste. Well, I actually noticed that there was something wrong with the taste of the soup paste and the dishes, and I want to remind Blaze. It's just that I haven't found the right opportunity. I should have just talked to her earlier, and now the negative reviews are flooding online. I originally designed these Bang Boo figures as freebies, and they were working great for promotion too. That's kind of cute. No sooner have the words left her mouth than Blaze steps out of the shop, looking totally deflated. What's wrong, Blaze? You're looking pretty rough. The front desk told me all our bookings for the next few weeks got canceled. That's devastating. The way things are looking right now, Simmer won't be able to stay in business unless we find a solution. The employees have been under a lot of pressure these past few days. Some of them even suspect that my taste buds are malfunctioning, but they're afraid to tell me because of my temper. I gave everyone time off and posted a notice that we're temporarily closed for adjustments. But if my corruption systems don't get better and my sense of taste never comes back, I'm afraid Simmer won't be far from shutting down for good. How about this? We'll be your taste buds and help you check the flavors. You just focus on developing new dishes and soup bases. We can get more people to taste test. There's gotta be a flavor that most customers will like. That could work. Where do we start? Judging from Steven's feedback earlier, the beef, seafood, soup bases, and desserts all had issues. Beef, let me think. Beef. At this point, looks like our only option is to track down that woman at Wi-Fi Peninsula. Oh my gosh, that woman? Yeah, she's the most adept person at picking ingredients I've ever seen. It's Jufufu. It has to be Jufufu. She can always source the best ingredients at the lowest price. Well, that's Pan, but no time to waste then. Let's hit the Wi-Fi Peninsula. Count me in. Defending the deliciousness of this world is my duty. We could totally team with Nangong to design some themed desserts as freebies. Customers would eat that up for sure. Count me in, and I'm here. I don't know about that. Especially you two siblings. We only just met today. You've already helped with the taste testing. I can't ask you to go out of your way for me. Oh, come on. Don't turn them down. Everyone loves Simmer and the delicious food you make. That's why they want to help you out. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Let's head to Yumcha Sin and Wi-Fi Peninsula together later. Everyone arrives together at the entrance of Yumcha Sin and Wi-Fi Peninsula. Later. Oh my gosh, look at them. It's the same design, basically. Sorry to trouble. Oh, it's Sweetie. I thought it was going to be Jafufu. Lame. Yeah, they basically have the same dress thing going on. They're very similar. Meat quality issues. Let me think. From what I can tell, freezing killing the fresh sweet flavor, but with your knack for using fresh cut ingredients, I bet you've got a way around this. Hey there. Oh, Wise, you're here? Your sister just got here and is helping us gather intel on how to improve our desserts. Thanks for all your hard work. Wise, let me introduce you. This is my senior Sweetie. Reading's hard. Senior? Yeah, Sweetie and I went to the same culinary school back in the day. But she's all about highlighting the natural freshness of ingredients, while I'm more into the endless opportunities of seasonings and spices. After that, we each went our own way to chase our own targets, opening up shop in different spots. Judging by how our shop's doing, looks like my cooking style was the right call after all. You don't have to rub it in. Come on, quit teasing me now. All right. Blaze filled me in on everything. I can hook you up with the beef supply, no problem. But having just freshly sliced beef on the menu, that's no variety. Let me think. Yumcha-sen's new dishes would probably taste pretty fire in a hot pot too. Just head straight to Lee. He's all set and ready to go. Come on, Lee, show him what you got. Lee! This guy's not really had much to say in the story. He's just been an NPC. I don't know what voice to give this guy. I'm not going to give him a Bruce Lee voice. Ready, ladies and... You're not going to give him a robot voice. Ready, ladies and gentlemen. Now witness Wi-Fi Peninsula's true mastery. Dragon Tiger Twin Fist First Form. Stripey starts pounding the beef under the counter fast and hard, shouting out the name of each skill with every strike. Crouching Tiger, Coiled Dragon, Dragon Lies, Tiger Waits, Tiger's Roar, Dragon's Cry, Singing Wind, Dancing Moon, Dark Moon, Howling Wind. Wait, is this a word chain game? Nah, this is a set of skill mnemonics I came up with based on my own training. Charge forward, strike like a tiger, Crouching Tiger, Coiled Dragon, Dragon Lies, Tiger Waits, Tiger's Roar, Dragon's Cry. It's just a word chain, and it goes around like a circle. Miss, you got a problem with my martial arts or something? No, you just go on. Ha! Dragon, tiger, double fist, second form, soaring dragon in the sky. Wake up early every day. Get up and practice punches. Every punch hits the mark. The meatballs are ready. The meatballs are ready is one of the moves. After that combo moves, the meatballs get pounded to perfection, bouncing around the plate with that springy texture. The ruckus from Lee pounding the meatballs catches the attention of a towering figure. It's Bindaway. Bindaway or Pan? It's Pan. Wow, those meatballs are fire. Hey, sweetie, working on new dishes? Any discounts on the new stuff? If it's on sale, hook me up with a couple of pounds. Fufu's been on my case forever for having no meat at all. Hey, Wise, what brings you here? Long time no see, senior. You introduced Nongong and Blaze to Senior Yinhu and explain why you're here. You mentioned you're on the hunt for top-tier meat dishes, but you'll need to taste test before deciding whether to add them to the menu. It's Anton? It sounds like Anton. Give him the Kill Bill voice? Robot Bruce Lee? I don't know about that. Oh, I see. Nice to meet you, Miss Blaze and Miss Nongong. Since you're here to taste test anyway, why not come eat at the temple? I was planning to make some blanched veggies today. Throw in a soup base and boom, we've got a hot pot. Why not? Everyone heads back to Swabian Temple together. Senior Yinhu quickly whips up the dishes and the soup base while the rest of the crew pitches in, hauling over tables, chairs, and benches. Do these two say anything? No, they just stand there. Yinhu, are we having veggies again today? Just because you stocked up doesn't mean we gotta have them every single meal. Stir-fried veggies, blanched veggies, garlic veggies, cold dressed veggies. I've eaten so much greens that I started losing streak after streak in Snake Duel. You're allowed to do that? You go out to play Snake Duel? That's crazy. Ahem. Who said anything about eating veggies? Hey, look who's here. Senior, hey, juniors. Or sorry, hey, juniors. I'm gonna whip up a clear soup hot pot for you guys today. Check it out. I've already prepped the soup base. Jufufu, stop checking your tail. It's still there. You mean just like the hot pot we had last time? Hell yeah. She's allowed to say that? Thanks to Miss Blaze and Belle for helping prep the ingredients. Come on, have a seat. Everyone dig in and try Yunquei Summit's cooking. Let's eat. They're great. Premium preview. Okay. So this is going to be a lot of veggies. Okay. I think I'll pick the carrots for now. Actually, no. Oh, it's just saying confirm. Okay. I got it. I don't know if I'm going to do all of these today. I might do these two and then call it a night, just because I can't stay a very long time.
Hey, hot pot time!
You view the style selections for this chapter here. Press to view it. Okay. There we go. Whoa! That jumped up. Catches that you can refresh it. Ooh, refresh it. First turn, get a refresh each time. Okay. I think we do more rice noodles. There we go. And I can get away with 3 for this one. There we go. Look at that.
How scrumptious.
Ornaments are passive items that have stage-wide effects. If you're clearing a tasting turn, extra rewards are granted in addition to this thing. Okay. The ladle gets bigger. While scooping off with the bot will move closer together. Ooh, these all look pretty interesting. I want to go with more scoop attempts. Actually, no. I'll go with bigger ladle. Sounds basic, but I'll go with it. More rice noodles. Oh, that's big. That's a beefy ladle. Come on, move together. See if I can get all 4. No. It's going away. Come back. I got this. We got this. 3, we got it.
Give me a second.
And none of these are really good. We can't just skip it. Well, we probably shouldn't. I'll put the meatballs in there just because we have a big enough ladle to justify it. Oh, what? That was totally in there.
How scrumptious.
Discover 2 rare food cards. Transform 2 non-premium to premium. Discover 1 rare food card that you already own. I think I'll go with that. Okay.
One spoonful of this? Unbelievable.
And this one over here. If we can try to get 4 in this, that'd be cool. But if we can only get 3, that's fine. Yeah, let's go. More carrots, please. Oh, our thing's too much. Okay. We can get rid of 1 rice noodles. There we go. That's what we like to see.
Well balanced.
When scooping, if at least 4 foods are scooped at the same time, add 1 food you own to the inventory into the pot. Oh, okay. We can discover 2 more rare ones. Why not? That's not what I really wanted, but and scooping increases. I don't really want these. I can't skip this one either. Well, I can skip it. Unsettling. Own delicious increase 100%. I can put some corn in here. Why not? Get rid of 1. Actually, no, we don't need the corn anyway. I guess we're just undoing what we just did. I think we have enough. I mean, we have more than enough. We're gonna win, so. Come on. There we go.
Full of this? Unbelievable.
Perfect. Now one of these. Yay. When selling, randomly gain the addition of one item with the Okay. That sounds interesting. Oh, white radish. I need that. Goodbye, pork balls. So I don't need you anymore.
One spoonful of
Yeah.
this. Unbelievable.
Let's go. Ah,
One spoonful of
winner,
this.
winner.
Unbelievable.
There we go.
Unbelievable.
Big. Let's see some big numbers. Let's go. Woo! I'm gonna grind for this. Screw Deadly Assault. I'm grinding for this.
I haven't been this stuffed in ages.
Thank you, Jufufu.
Meat is the best. After all the veggie noodles Junior Yinhu made, I can almost feel sprouts growing out of my head.
Keep it down, Senior Fufu. Senior Yinhu might overhear you.
I have to say, this soup base feels different this time. Not like Simmer's broth. It's warm, nourishing. My stomach's happy and I feel totally recharged. Yinhu said he mixed in all kinds of herbs and spices, cuts through the grease and brings out the aroma of the vegetables. And there's this thing called five-finger catgrass.
You mean it literally has catgrass in it? Five-finger catgrass. Doesn't sound very appetizing.
No one really knows what's in the pot except Yinhu himself. He's been super mysterious about it.
What is that?
This is a secret Yunquei Summit recipe. Only disciples who actually cook get to learn it. Stop snooping around. He says that every time I ask about recipes, acting like I'm gonna burn down his precious kitchen or something. Oh, he just came out of his kitchen. If you're curious, go ask him yourself.
I just want to comment. Imagine a hero that eats food to buff up like this mid-fight. You're looking at him right now. That's Pan. His ult is literally made some delicious recipes just for you. Hey! Or sorry, exclusive recipes made just for you. Hey! He literally cooks during the fight. Now S rank Pan, he's gonna eat that stuff. You're describing Choji. The Akamara clan's got the food pills. How is it? Everyone enjoying the food? It's delightful. I've got a question though. Master Pan, you mind sharing the recipe for this soup base? We've been trying to figure out how to improve the soup base at Simmer Hot Pot. The soup base recipe? It's not that I don't want to share it, but the spices I use might not really work for you guys. Take ginseng, for example. It's supposed to boost your chi and strengthen your spleen, but if you toss that into a spicy pot, I feel you might get inflamed gums. What? Why don't you just go ask Shobu yourselves? That's how I got my soup base recipe. You mean the one from Peace Herbal? Yeah, that's the one. He's a master in making herbal tea, savory broth, soup bases, all that good stuff. Just tell them what you're looking for and he'll let you know what ingredients to toss in to upgrade the soup base. Let's go ask him real quick. Blaze is still in the kitchen working on dishes. I'll get Belle to go with you. We're gonna run over it. We're not gonna fast travel. He's right here. You're like, oh, we gotta fast travel. No, you don't. Just walk over. You are not him.
Huh? Is Peace Herbal closed today?
Why is the funny music
Gee,
here?
Did you see Shelbu?
Oh, Shobu.
What? Is this guy dead?
To all our guests, I'm truly sorry. But I'm afraid the 100-year-old Bangbu just couldn't hold on in the end.
What are you talking about?
You mean Shelbu? He
was an old Bangbu after all.
I tried everything to save him, but nothing worked.
Okay, he's definitely not dead. What's the build up here?
You did your best.
What's the payoff, I
Don't
mean?
beat yourself up.
At acupuncture, cupping, gua sha, tuina. Why did none of this work?
You put all that effort in the wrong direction. It'd be weird if those actually worked.
Hey, Nongong, watch that.
It was only after Reed told me Bangbu are robots did I realize that they run on electricity.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it's totally electric.
So just like in the movies, I hooked up wires to the car battery to
What?
jumpstart him. And he just completely shut down.
That's probably not what you should
Hold
do.
on. Now I'm starting to suspect that Shelbu shut down because of how you handled him. Can you take me to see him?
Okay, Doc, right this way. Just follow me.
We're a doctor? That's interesting. That'd be neat if we could actually use our abilities to do stuff on Bangboos and Hollows like we used to. No, that's crazy. We don't need to do that. Doc, over here. Shelbu's completely out cold. He's moving right now. Poor Shelbu is sitting frozen on the ground. Ignore his idle animation. The air's still thick with the acrid stench of burnt insulation tape. Looks like it totally got fried by a high voltage shock. Commander, you got any ideas? I'll take a quick look. Which minigame is this? Oh, it's back to this one. Yeah, this is a classic. The new players don't realize how fun this one is. It's this one, and then we do this. How I've missed this one. Shobu successfully wakes up, and after hearing what everyone needs, he starts thinking it over. Thanks, everyone. I think I got zapped by some kind of lightning bolt. Then I totally blacked out. So you need some herbs or spices to tone down the heat and spiciness of the hot pot? Doc, you're a miracle worker. Old Shelbu's talking speed is back to normal. I suggest you might want to try... try what? Doc, you made it worse. How come it speaks even more slowly than before? No spicy pot. We need to improve the spicy hot pot, not get rid of it. Isn't there another way? Guess there's no choice. Is that so? All right then. If you can't handle spiciness, you could always try... Wait, you weren't finished? So there is a way to fix this. Just have the spicy stuff. Shouldn't have even asked him. Of course, you could always toss in the spices to make it a bit gentler. After half an hour of back and forth with Shobu, you finally figure out which herbs and spices he is recommending. That sounds exhausting. Are you sure? He was stuttering through it. What if he gets it wrong? Don't you worry, he never messes up. When it comes to mixing herbs, I can whip up a batch for you. Just give it a try and see for yourselves. Thank you so much. I can also offer home delivery. Just give me a knock-knock message if you need it. I'll give you 20% off shipping. Sweet. Let's head back and test out this soup base. If it's solid, we're totally ordering it. Hongqi, I don't know how to say this properly. Huangqi helps gather the herbs and spices. Everyone heads back to Swabian Temple with the goods, only to run into two familiar faces. Is it the Void Hunters? Yeah, it's the Void Hunters. Made 2-star students. I totally wouldn't have been lost without them. Both of them have got a golden heart. We have golden eyes too. That's up for discussion for a different day. This is the first time these two are in a picture frame together. For future, where's the camera button? There it is. Future reference. We'll do just these two. And then we can do the crew. You're back! I was just thanking Yishu and Shifu for all your help. Well, seeing my disciples eager to stand up for justice and help those in need, it really warms my heart. It's all about helping out hot pot joints in crisis. Delicious justice served hot. Thanks for the props. We brought back the soup-based spices too. Come on, everyone give it a taste. All right, Master Pan and Master Fufu went out to take care of something, so I'll be whipping up the soup base for everyone today. I feel like my systems have gotten better lately. If I follow the recipe, it should turn out fine. Everyone come sit down. You're doing it? I've already tasted like dozens of spices with you along the way, and I really can't try anymore. Let Master Yishuan and Master Ye give it a taste. Alright, I'll go check with Bella about the beef order. Blaze, you've been running around all day. Sit down and get yourself a proper meal. Alright, I'm totally not hungry either. The taste testing machine is all yours, Wise. You got this, huh? I'm staying for the taste test? I just ate a ton of veggies! Whether they're telling the truth or out of fear of Blaze's seasoning, Nongong and Bell bolt out of Soybean Temple in a flash. What's going on? Those two just bolted out of here like their lives depended on it. It's nothing, really. Let's all dig in and give it a taste. Take a seat, everyone! Well then, much obliged. Okay, beef and lettuce.
Seems like a very healthy hot pot.
All right, we're gonna get a ton of beef. And we're gonna get the handball beefs. Gotcha, gotcha. Or we can beef or lettuce. We can do either. Depends on what we roll. We roll good. I'm on the beef now. That's good enough. All right. None of these are really good. I'll get potato. We can always take it out later. Oh, I missed the shiny ones. That's fine. I'll move closer, discover one rare food. Max number of cards that can be held in inventory +1. We'll do the move closer. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's wonderful.
One spoonful of this? Unbelievable.
I should have picked this power up before. None of these are really good. Hey, there we go. Come on! That's fine.
How scrumptious.
When scooping, if at least 4 foods are scooped, add 1 food you own from the inventory into the pot. Max number of cards to be held in inventory. I think I'll do Soda Boo. We'll do the beef balls. All right. Yeah, let's go. When scooping increases, yep, this one. All right, that's a pretty big pot. Go, and one more. There we go. Oh, I totally missed the shiny one. Yeah.
Well balanced.
Start of each turn, transform 2 non-premium to premium items. One is added to the pot. I think I'll pick Cornboo. Cornboo. Ah, there we go.
This dish looks absolutely amazing.
I think I have to get rid of the potato. Not have to, but I choose to. I can do these 4. Well, I didn't need to, but because they increase the stuff in the pot, not in the whatever. I think the trick is you have to go for these first, and then you get the rest of them will be leveled up.
This dish looks absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna discard the marbled beef. We don't need you anymore. Get these, and we get these, and then we actually get the meat.
Unbelievable.
Can I get 4? Yes, yes I can. Oh, that's a high score, baby. Let's go!
Well balanced.
Yeah.
This hot pot packs quite a punch.
I have to say, this soup base is impressive. My sense of taste isn't what it used to be, but my body feels better after this meal. I used to never touch non-spicy hot pot, but now I kind of regret it. I really love the soup base, and the beef too.
Same here. I feel warm all over now. Like all the work fatigue just melted away. If I didn't like this when I was younger, I might have grown even stronger.
Oh, come on, Shifu. You're already super strong.
Yeah. Strength only means something when it's matched by integrity like yours, Shifu.
All right. I'm flattered. That reminds me. You came to deal with the soup base and ingredient shortage, right? Is everything okay?
Oh, right! Thanks for the reminder, Ishran Shifu. We still need to sort out the seafood. Luckily, it comes straight from Sailoon Bay. That's not too far from here.
That's good. I've heard there have been scoundrels hanging around Lemnian Hollow lately. If you need help, you can always come find us.
Thank you, Shifu. But I doubt these scoundrels will require your presence.
Relax, Sichuan Shifu. We'll go check it out on the lower level.
That's nice. Just short and sweet. Yo, if it isn't Boss Blaze. Oh, hey, if it isn't Blaze. Well, long time no see. Drop the smug face, A-Strong. Huh? What's going on here? It's because your seafood summit never showed up. I had to use frozen stuff, got bombed with bad reviews, and now my shop shut down. That said, I've got a bit of a situation on my end too. Didn't arrive? No way. I always give exactly what I promise. Full weight every time. Everyone in New Eridu knows my reputation. You shipped it out? Sure thing. Shipped to Port Elpis just last week. Goods from Silum Bay usually get distributed through there, then hauled overland to Blaze's shop. Wait, you seriously didn't get it? I'm heading over next week to grill Porter Boyd about this. What the hell's going on? No need. This is urgent. Let's go find him. At this hour, the dock worker should have already clocked out. Tonk Theta. That dialogue is casual coded. Thanks for hanging out with us dialogue. It's the same kind of dialogue you get when you hang out with agents regularly. That's just normal conversation, kind of. Not normal, but like, oh, Shifu, you're incredible and wonderful. It's like, it's fine. It's harmless. There are other scenes that actually show her personality. They actually show who she has a character. And if you don't want to play this, this is an optional event. You don't have to play it. So if you, I'm glad I quit the game because this dialogue's bad. It's like, you don't have to play the dialogue. That's you. You can, there's a skip button. You can just skip it. That's fine. Now, granted, if you're playing the game, if you quit the game just because of the story, that's totally fine. I understand that. Got all the beef meatballs and soup-based spices ordered up. Huang Chi's dropping them off tomorrow. We brought 2 boxes with us too. Plenty for testing out dishes the next couple days. Belle just went to the video store. She's helping me get in touch with the people to make Bang Boo merch. Everything's coming together nicely. Thanks for all your help. I still gotta head to the kitchen and work on the soup base later, so I'm gonna need you to taste test it for me tonight. No problem at all. If Wise wants to try some, I've got clear soup base ready to go. Feel free to give it a taste anytime. Why not? Without all of you, I'd seriously lost hope there. I'm guessing the soup base reach is gonna take forever, so tomorrow morning I might need to trouble Wise to swing by Port Opus and check out the seafood situation first. I'd be more than happy to. See you tomorrow then.
Hope this piping hot treat brings a spark to your day.
I will stop here for now. Each chapter will feature an exquisite taste challenge. Press the exquisite taste to enter the challenge. I'm not gonna do it, but I might do it, but I'm not gonna try it for today.
Don't forget to leave a good review.
Tank Theta, the game has kind of changed, especially since 2.0, because they got rid of a lot of the stuff they did in 2.0. Well, I don't know if am I allowed to make a comment? Am I allowed to respond to your comment? Because, you know, I might get I don't want to make a heavy response to a flippant comment. Dude, you're leaving an opinion on the internet. It's fine. There's no problem here. We're sharing opinions. That's totally fine. So they got rid of the temple management stuff, basically. Like, it's still there, but you don't actually interact with it. And you basically don't explore the hollows anymore to farm for stuff, because that was the reason you went into the hollows anyway. So basically everything they brought in 2.0, they've kind of gotten rid of. So you don't have to do that anymore. Now it's just auto-managed, and you basically, you go into find things for the first time, and then you never go back in there again. It's unfortunate. They could have done something interesting with it, but they didn't. It's a shame. But we have some cool new stuff in, I get my controller for this. We got some cool new stuff in, Hollow Zero. By cool and new, it's, they updated Lost Void, so it's, weekly. Everything is brand new. So in this one, the challenge is you get a ton of gear coins, and then you deal infinite damage. And this specialty of the week changes each week. Sometimes, hey, your HP is reduced to 1. And you have to, maybe you select things along the way to increase your HP over time. And so I really like this mode, Because it's a weekly challenge, you can do some cool things with it. It allows them for creative opportunities. They introduced Threshold Simulator, if I can find that. In which menu is it in? It's not in this menu. Threshold Simulation. This is basically Deadly Assault, but it stays the same for the next 3 months. So if you're like, I'm tired of fighting bosses that keep getting higher and higher HP. Well, guess what? In this mode, these bosses will not ever increase in HP. They might get rid of them, not get rid of the mode. They might update it, but this mode stays the same for the next 4 months, basically. If you ever improve your teams, if you ever make this team better here, and you go and try it out, you will get a better score. You just will. Like, it is proof that you are actually improving at the game. This is a fantastic mode. If you want to grind for high scores, this is the mode I recommend. Other than that, they keep introducing new things each patch to see if it's good. Co-op was in 2.5. They're probably going to do something with co-op in Season 3, I would imagine. We basically beta tested it for them. I'm not saying, if you're still in the chat, I'm not saying you should come back right now. I'm just saying, hey, in 3.0, I would be anticipating some interesting changes in 3.0. And again, if you fell out of love with the gameplay, that's totally fine. I'm not going to force you to play the game. I'm upfront with that. I tell that many times. I'm a gatekeeper for the game. If you don't like playing the game, stop playing the game. It's totally fine. I would rather you spend time doing something you enjoy doing. I'm also not a person who's going to play this game. If I ever get to a situation where I don't like playing Zenless, I just stop playing it and I do something else. Oh, another thing we have. Tank. That's very true. I'm also upset about some of the things they changed. I wish we still had stuff to do in TV mode in terms of like a story presentation thing. So I'm not disagreeing with you quit the game, that you're not a true fan. It's like, no, dude. You played the game. You were a true fan. You liked the game at some point and something about it changed. And you didn't like it. That's totally fair. I get that. I made a video about like, hey, maybe they should bring back TV mode, and maybe they probably will. Because it's still around. They brought it in here, but it's not used for anything anymore. The HDD is basically dead. It exists, but only as like a 1.0 carryover. It is not used for anything, and I think it should be. It's strange. I think we also have some more interesting fights. Before, a lot of them were just do a bunch of defensive assists in a row, and you were just spamming defensive assists. Now it's more of like a back and forth of like, you still have to do some defensive assists, but they're called control skills. And what they do is, before they released characters that have infinite iframes, and then they made bosses where it say, hey, stop doing that, please. Now, I blame the devs for that. They made characters invincible, and then made bosses that says, hey, stop being invincible, please. That's kind of funny. I like there's a new boss in Deadly Assault now. We can look at him real quick. And I can end this. I'm going to end the stream pretty soon because I'm tired. I got to go to bed soon. Sanguine Sweeper is actually a fun and interesting fight. He's just not a very good Deadly Assault boss. He gets a giant shield where you have to do certain attacks to drop it. And he has a cool back and forth engagement thing where you have to stun him so he repeats his cycle. And so I do enjoy the fight. This is obviously it's a joke team. It's Billy with Nongong and Suna. Like, this is not a real team. With a rupture buff, because that's all I got. And yeah, the fight's interesting. I just don't think it's a very good Deadly Assault boss because when he starts the fight, he gets a shield that basically says you can't get points until you break this shield. And so it's kind of annoying because like the first minute of the fight, you have no points. And then you start getting a ton of points in the last 2 minutes of the fight. So that's kind of annoying. But that's why if I want to fight Sanguine, I'll fight him in the tower. Because he's been added to the new battle tower they just released. So that's fair. And the thing Tank, you did miss out on a cinema event. We just had like a theater event where we invited agents into the cinema. It was basically Gravitational Extraction Part 2, but it was a limited time event. So if you wanted to go check that stuff out, you got to go to YouTube or something to watch all those interactions with agents. It's a shame that it was only a limited time thing. I'm pretty sure it was limited time because I don't see it in here, and these is usually all the permanent stuff stays in here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can go check it out. It should be Lumina Square Cinema. Yes, Tank, but that's the point. The cinema is a fan service thing. Like, that's the point of the mode. It's like, I want to spend time with agents that I like. Like, well, that's the point. It's like, why would they make an S-rank Billy? It's like, because people like Billy. Like, he's a fan service character. Like, that's the point. That's why he's being made. He's not some brand new character called Joey. It's like, he's not interesting because his name is Joey and he's a character we've never seen before. He's interesting because we know Billy. Billy's a character we know about. We care about Billy. Then they made Billy, hey, what if Billy was really cool? That's the character. That's a fan service character. And that's fine. Now, now sometimes it gets to a point where like the writing of stuff is like really obnoxious, and that's where I'll be like, okay, I understand this is fan service, but like this isn't good fan service. There's a difference. And if you want my opinion on the story of 2.7, we're in 2.7, right? Yeah. The story of 2.7 is on par with the story of 1.2. I would put it on par with the best of season 1 stories, period. Yeah, you have to trudge through the season 2 to get through it, but 2.7, very good story. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. They forced the fan survey upon us. No, you don't have to play. Like, they don't force it on. You don't have to play it. Like, the cinema would be nicer if you got to pick the character. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I would like to pick some more options, but I think that they don't do that because it's easier to like. I agree with you. It would be nicer if you could pick more selections with characters. But like, oh, they're forcing the fan service onto you. It's like, I don't quite understand that. It's like they have limited to mode to one specific thing. That thing is good. I wish it were expanded, but like it's bad because it's fan service. Like, no, it's good because it's fan service. I want more of it. I want more options. I want more movie dates. I want more fan service. I don't want less of it. If we had less fan service, we wouldn't even have this. Like, that's the point. If you're asking, oh, I wish you had less fan service, like, then we wouldn't have this mode. We wouldn't even have, where is it? This whole thing about, oh, inviting characters on a date. I'm going to pick, Monato. Quality time. This whole thing is fan service. The whole point of this is to hang out with characters.
I've been wanting to tell you.
This is fan servicey, and this is what players want. They want to hang out with these characters. They want to form that parasocial relationship thing. Whether that's healthy, that's debatable.
If it's with you, manager, I can go anywhere. Here.
Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, all fan service is good. No, that's crazy. There's some fan service like, you know what? This was actually bad. Like, this was not good. Period. Correct. They do make those events limited time to induce, to make sure like, oh, don't you want to play the game? And that's fair. But like, honestly, if you miss the Hot Pot event, like, it's an interesting gameplay loop, but like, you can just watch all the dialogue on YouTube. Like, the W engine they give is really not that good. Like, it's not better than Fossilized Bone. It's not better than Steam Pot. Like, it's cool. It's neat. I think it's kind of interesting, but like, if you took all that stuff away from me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'm content not playing it. But But if it does something interesting, I'm like, you know what? I want to experience this. And if it's not really bad, I'll be like, yo, I'll skip. I'm skipping all this. I don't care. And I've done that in this game before. Be like, you know what? There are parts of this event I just don't care. It's not well written. It's not well done. I'm going to skip it all. And that's fine. I think that is one of the issues of it being a gacha game. It's vying for your attention every month and a half, basically. That is one thing I don't like about Zenless. I wish it were a complete product, start to finish. It's not. Yes, that is a fantastic point. Yes, Guang is an issue of... I don't think she's an issue of too much fan service. She's an issue of bad writing in the context of too much fan service. I think she has... I'm going to make this in my season 2 character writing review, character/story review. Guang has a theoretically interesting and engaging character arc. I don't think they execute it very well at all. That's the biggest issue. It's not that, oh, the character that's going to die is going to die. How boring. It's like, no, that's actually interesting. Could you please do something interesting with that, though? Like, Yi Xuan is a theoretically interesting character when they actually do something with her personality-wise. They chose not to do that for, like, most of season 2, and it was frustrating. It was terrible. I hated it. Because, like, oh my gosh, I can see the character of Yi Xuan somewhere in there. Please let her do something. Please. Please let us show us her personality that's actually interesting. Like, that's why, honestly, 2.7 story, it's basically centered around this entire character named, if she's up here, I hope she is. She might not be. I'll pull it up on this image. I just made a presentation about this. It's all about this character named... If I can find it quickly, that'd be better. It's all about this character named Cissia. The entire story basically is you interacting with this character named Cissia. That's basically it. And at first you're a bit apprehensive because Cissia is kind of a weird character. She looks weird, she talks weird, she's a weirdo. And then you actually get to understand her. There are punches in the story that are naturally written, that feel genuine and real. They don't feel forced. They feel like real reactions from characters with real experiences. Like, oh my gosh, this character is phenomenally written. This character has a personality. This character has like a deep-seated desire. They have cares and interests, and they have fears, and they make that apparent to us. And we learn over time. They don't just blurt it out to us in the middle of a cutscene for no reason. We spend like 3 hours with them, and then they give us their backstory. Not we meet them for 20 minutes, and then they spit out their backstory to us. It feels like a natural progression of getting to know a character. And then the payoff for what happens is really good. It's fantastic. When the payoff happens, you are flabbergasted. You're like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. It's so good. Now, if you skip the whole story, you miss all the emotional payoff for that. You get the visible payoff, like, oh, this looks neat. This looks, this looks cool, whatever. But you don't get that emotional payoff. That's what you miss out when you skip the story. Now, sometimes, because I have to play all of season 2, sometimes that story's worth skipping. There's a fantastic screenshot where, I don't know if I can find it. I have it on my phone. But, I'm going to try to find this real quick. Season 2.4 story. ZZZ. Oh, mute this tab. Then I can find this. So there is an atrocious log of dialogue where this dialogue is awful. Because like in the context of a story, it is just bad writing. It is just bad. There is no defense for this. I want you to look at this screen. This is halfway through the story. So you're Yeshuan Guang, the one who inherited the Qingming sword at a young age. I've heard that your talent really stands out among the younger generation in Yunkwei Summit, and that you might even be the most likely to become a void hunter. This writing is awful. This is atrocious. This is like, there is a way to do this kind of dialogue that is like, we want to introduce this character really quickly, so we're going to like spit out some things, some quick facts about the character if we're introducing like a ton of them, and we want you just get the things on point. Or maybe we have two different NPCs talking to each other saying, oh, this Yeshung, oh, she's a real killer, you know, she's really talented. It's like, I heard this, well, I heard this. Like, that's something you hear people talking about, like, oh, you heard LeBron's a great, no, I heard LeBron did this, no, I heard LeBron did this. Like, you can set that up, but no, they have the NPC walk up to Yeshung and say, oh, you are this character, you are really talented, you have this super weapon, you're going to become a void hunter. It's like, I understand. Why are you screaming to the audience that like, hey, audience, this character, she has the Qingming sword, and hey, she's really talented, and hey, she's going to become a void hunter. It's like, yeah, you could have done this literally any good way. You chose the worst possible way to do this. I hate this screenshot with a passion. This is awful. If you quit the game because of this, I totally understand why. This is bad writing. This is just bad writing. When people say, oh no, 2.4 was really good. It's like, no, it wasn't. It had too many bad things in it. None of this is in 2.7. When there's something like this in 2.7, it's with a character you've literally never met before. That's why. Like, this makes sense if it's a character we've never met before. We are with Yeshung Guang for 2 hours, and then they drop this dialogue on us. Like, you didn't need to do this. You didn't need to. Now, this is not the writing for the character, right? I don't have an issue with Yeshung Guang's character arc and the potential story there of like, I understand the themes. I understand what it wanted to say. What it actually said was not, how it actually said it was not very good. It wasn't well executed. I wish it were executed better. That's my issue. Because I think her story is actually really interesting, and I wish they just executed it better by making it not so repetitive and obvious. I'll get into my story review. My story review will have to talk about this character. Because I like the character. I like what's there. I wish what was there was actually much better. No, this is 2.4. It's a shame. Yeah, this could have been an okay scene if this was at the if this was at the 5-minute mark. We are 2 hours into this story of dialogue and cutscenes, and this NPC walks up and turns to the audience and says, "So this character is this thing, has this thing, and does this." It's like, yeah, we knew that. Why? What are you here for? Remove this from the story, please. Or you have the scene where, oh, you're Yeshung Guang. I've heard you're really talented. And then like a different character would be like, I'm not just talented. I'm the most likely to become the next Void Hunter. So it shows us something about the character. It's fine to have this type of dialogue if you do something to show us the personality of the character. Because like a show-off character would be like, I'm not just talented. I'm the #1 talent. I'm the most likely to become the next Void Hunter. You would have Yeshung Guang say that line if she were a show-off like that. That would show off personality. I don't even know what the follow-up answer to this is. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Oh, well, she does say, get me back to window capture. That's more praise than I deserve. I think that's like, if you want to show off like, oh, like I'm not that special, I think that's okay, but like you could have stopped at the, I heard you have the Qingming sword, I heard that you were talented from a young age. You could have stopped it there and she said, oh, I'm not that special. And you go, nonsense, I've heard you're the most likely to become the next Void Hunter. And then you have another response from there showing more of her character and personality. Like there is a way to do that scene that isn't awful. They chose to do it the awful way. Anyway, that's me. That's just my being bugged about writing. So again, if you skip that story, if you like, you know what, this story sinks, I'm going to quit the game, totally understand it. I totally understand it. But 2.7 story was actually really good. I wouldn't lie about that. I wouldn't joke about that. ZZZ doesn't pay me anything. I don't get sponsored by them ever. I play the game because I think it's fun. And if it's awful, I would tell you it's awful. 2.7 was actually really good. Really, really good. Fantastic. Dylan also suffered from a similar issue, though. That's the thing, where it's like, yeah, her character is interesting, but like 2.4 really didn't. The context and story of 2.4 was just not very good for Dylan. Like, there is a character arc there. It's okay, but like, man, I wish Dylan had her own agent story. Like, this screams to me like, man, if only these characters had agent stories, they would be really cool and interesting. They don't, though. That's unfortunate. Basically, 2.7 is Cissia's agent story. And it's a really good one. It's fantastic. It's not always electric agents, but it's always electric agents that get the best stories. I don't know why. Electric agents keep winning. Barnaway, here's the thing, Marcus. Barnaway couldn't have his own agent story because his banner... where I need to nope back to where is he? Nope, refresh. What's wrong with this page? Okay, Barnaway's banner. Where'd it go? I just click on it and it disappears. Why? Oh no, it's right here. His banner is 12 days. I don't think you can even see this. It's 12 days long. That's why you couldn't have an agent story. It's like, we got no time for 2.4. We got to go into 2.5. 2.5 was rushed, dude. And that's the worst thing about the story. You can tell, like, oh, so this feels rushed. This doesn't feel good. It feels like you were throwing things at a wall very quickly because you have to go. As a gacha game, you can't afford to take a break and like actually pause to make the writing cohesive and really good. The 2.5 event story, 2.6 event story with the Angels of Delusion, incredible. 2.7 story, main story, incredible. Really good things. I really enjoyed them. Laplace, don't even start about the whole we were met as children trope. I totally spaced that out of my mind. Like, I was reminded of that like a month ago and I was like, that didn't happen. That has to be a joke. I saw the scene, but in my mind I was like, no, this is a delusion. It went in my brain and it went right back out. I was like, okay, this wasn't real. This didn't happen. It was so unimportant. Like, it did not need to be there. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about the things I disliked about 2.5 to a full degree because I wanted to save that for its own dedicated video. As in, like, I'm going to review the entirety of the story. There was a way you could have done that sort of trope and have it be interesting, but they didn't do it. Like, if that had been a setup from they could have argued, oh, they set up from the very beginning somehow. It's like, oh, I think I remember you from somewhere. But it's like, they didn't really do anything with that. That's the issue. And it's also not a very good setup anyway. If they did set it up, it wasn't a very good setup at all. I'm Nether now. That's the thing. They can't push them back. Well, they can, but as a gacha game, they have to make updates regularly. Like that's the nature of their game. That's the monster they chose to be with, or that's the creature they chose to create, and now they have to live with it. Like, they have to make month-and-a-half updates, or else their game, quote, dies. That's the route they chose to go down. So I think we all would have agreed that, like, hey, maybe we should push this back a little bit. But they decided not to. That's 2.4 was rushed and 2.5 were very rushed. Granted, 2.5 did have a lot of stuff in it. It had co-op. It had another event story. The event story with Yishuan was not Yishuan. Yishuan Guang was actually good. Like, in spite of 2.5's main story being bad, again, the event story in 2.6, not 2.6, 2.5, where you actually, it's in here. If I go to this thing, and good is like, I'm not saying it's fantastic or it's great, but like this was actually really interesting. It's like, hey, this is neat. I like what I'm seeing here. This had some really good moments in it. I liked it overall. This was cool. If the writing in this had been the writing of 2.5, 2.5 would have been awesome. They didn't 2.5 did not have this effort of writing, this level of writing in it. And that's unfortunate. Again, I will make... Yeah, this is permanent, to be fair. Because I want to make sure you know who the waifu of the patch is or something. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, the gravitational attraction thing, that should have been permanent. I don't know why they made it temporary. The one they just did for the last patch. It's gone now, so you can't experience it again. But yeah, this is really good. This one, I really like the writing for this. I thought this was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I did get emotional at some scenes in this. I was like, oh, you know what? They got me. They got me. I'm not gonna talk about Seed's story. We all know, we all cried. I cried like a baby. So yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, season 2 had nothing good. Like, no, that's insane. Like, there are some really good moments in season 2. The problem is, some really good moments of season 2 were like the average moments of like the regular moments in season 1. And I think that's a major factor. I'm not gonna deny that. And that's not to say season 1 was everything was amazing in season 1. That's not true. There were some duds in season 1. They were just more obvious duds in season 2. Where like the duds in season 2 are more prolonged. Whereas season 1's duds are like, this wasn't that great. Oh, but that's fine. I'm moving on to the next thing anyway, and that one's really good. So you don't leave with a bad taste in your mouth. Whereas season 2 was like, this one wasn't really good. You go to the next one. Oh, this one wasn't really good either. You know, this one wasn't really good either. Is it going to get better? That's the difference. Okay, I think that's going to be it for tonight. It is past my time. I need to go to bed soon because I need to wake up early for my grandma in the hospital and stuff. So, thanks for sticking out with me. I think that was a fun little discussion. Again, it wasn't really sidetracked. We were done. We were kind of done with EA. Done at the end. Tank, you got a keyboard, but I'm ending the stream real soon. I'm sorry. But hey, no, I'm not trying to throw shade at you at all. We had I think that was really fun discussions. And hey, don't be worried about giving your opinion, dude. I mean, if it is like a casual thing, I do apologize if I was a bit harsh about some things. But I think it's fun to voice these things. I mean, hey, like, what's the point of putting your opinion on the internet if you don't want someone to listen to it, right? So yeah, I enjoy this kind of dialogue. And I am planning that video. I am in the process of creating that presentation. I don't know when it's going to come out because, again, if stuff with my grandma goes south, I will need to be more involved with that. So I can't like fully commit to being like a ZZ content creator for the next like 2 months or something. Like, you know what? We're going to take it day by day. So yeah, that's about all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Let me see if there's someone I can send y'all to. So that way we can share the love. Can you feel the love tonight? Do-do-do-do-do. They're gonna copyright me if I keep singing that song. I don't see anyone that I really know. this person's playing Arknight Enfield. I play that too. I just not playing it on stream. I could also send you. Oh, I know. If you guys want, if you guys are interested in Tekken for some reason, Tampa Never Sleeps is playing Tekken. They're streaming it now, so I'll put that in the chat. Go out there, say hi if you feel like it. You don't have to stick around if you don't. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Can you feel the copyright? I'll have to share revenue. Da, ba, da, 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 da. $2. When $1 becomes 1/2 over 2, 1 over 2. I can't do it. Yeah, honestly, a karaoke stream would be funny as long as it's like appropriate. If somebody said like, sing the song about singing all of these stupid dumb words, like I'm not gonna do that. I give my life. I can sing a "What a thrill in darkness and silence through the night." I'll sing Snake Eater or something. I don't know. Sing a Splatoon song? That's insane. I have this one. Hold on. I have a Splatoon song here somewhere. No, where is it? Oh. Because I did pause the music and I never started playing it again. Oh, I know where it is. I know where to find it. Alpha. That's what I need to do. Alpha. Yeah, here it is. Oh, wait, I double clicked it, so now VLC is going to take its time loading it. No! Wait, we're almost there. If I switch to it now, it's going to be like, okay. I'll try this, and if it stops playing, I'm going to be annoyed. This is Zangief from Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Let's go! I hope this is the right one. Hold on. This might be the wrong one I'm finding. Yeah, this is the wrong one. Oh, it's this one. This is the one. This is the one. Sorry. False alarm. It's this one. Yeah, that's it. It's a Splatoon song, right? That's totally it. All right, that's it. Hope you have a good night. Again, Go check these guys out. All right, that's all I got. Thank you all for joining me. My name's Yojimbo Blade, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. See you soon. I'll sing later. I mean, I can sing now. Good. Oh, pause the music. So long, farewell, Avidas, and goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, Avidas, and adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you. Brr. Goodbye.